up some plastic. Get the. I'm using a different program to do this, so bear with me. Make this bigger. Yeah. How's the mic? How's the sound level? Is it good, everybody? All right. Let me know. Not that I know how to change it. There we go. Come on now. Too long. Just getting set up. Cooking the first color. How's everybody doing? Clean out after the last color. Hot. Probably is hot. Good. Using Chameleon today to build our Voodoo color. This color changes you got to really shake up. Chat rate too, but I don't see any chats. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I like chat. Okay. Oh crap, there were chats. Okay. That wasn't coming through, everybody. Sorry, got the chats up now. What's up? Man, I've been missing a lot of chats. Okay. Whole lot of chats. So I'm using OBS, first time ever, so bear with me. What's going on, big man, small boat? Rob, sir, making your worms. Michael, hola. Pray for me, brother. I'm using OBS. Oh, what's up, Noah? Me? Good, loud and clear, good. Yeah, I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. I need an auto shaker. You were right about that. I didn't know that was a thing, but I'm gonna look into it. Giving it a shot. I've been watching YouTube videos on how to do it. I got a little weight screen created. I went into Adobe and created myself a little weight screen. Didn't even use it today. Oh, I didn't want people to click in and be like, oh, he's not here, and click out. But I'm kind of excited about it. And I will tell you, it's a new rabbit hole for me. I have not made many baits ever since I got OBS. I am obsessed with this now. So I was really lucky. My first year of high school, first 2 years, freshman and sophomore year, there was a magnet school in Jacksonville, Florida, where I lived, that was called the Academy of Communications and Technology. And part of our daily routine, we had like big full-size TV cameras. We had guys on editing. They taught you how to do film production. I've learned graphic design. There was a part of it like a bunch of the girls did cosmetology. It was crazy, the stuff that they taught you there. It was really cool. And then it went away my junior year, so I had to go back to regular school. But it was really cool. So getting into this OBS has just triggered all kinds of stuff for me. I'm like, oh, I remember stuff like this. So it's probably going to put me out of business. I have barely made any baits. I've just been sitting, learning more about OBS and things that you can do with it. So, yeah, I'm learning that. Generally made for tattoo shop inks. Oh, the auto shaker stirrer. Yeah, that's cool. I'll have to look into that tattoo shop ink stirrer. I wonder, would it work on stuff that has these little nipples? Like, will the nipple come off, or would it be more for like dead on plat, like the ones that you gotta twist off? Could you still use it? I guess with these is what I'm asking. No, I shook that one. That was good. It's my chartreuse. There's so many drops in this. I considered not even going live until I had the colors built, because I'm just going to be sitting here counting. I need to get to a point where I can actually just measure it out, like in milliliters. Pour it in a cup, put it in. I know how, I just haven't taken the time to convert it. I love that voodoo that you did. I just saw that. Yeah, or the, what was it? It wasn't slime. Ooze. Yeah. That was one of the first soft plastic videos I saw, and I was like, oh, I have to do that color. Was your color on the ooze? That thing was so good. Nice. Your daughter helps you, I guess. Can someone please shed light on this for me? So OBS is a tool. So right now, like, I'm not streaming through my phone. Typically, I had my phone set up on a tripod, and I look at my phone, and I have to come up and read the comments and all that stuff. So it's actually through your laptop. It's free software that you can download, and you can set. There's a lot. So I won't go into like a full tutorial, but basically it's a way that you can do stuff like this. Don't go anywhere, I'm coming right back. But like, you can have these scenes set up to where you can go from what you're seeing now to that. And then I actually have another camera set up for when I have baits and I want to show you guys. That's already set up. So I can just click through all these different camera modes and don't have to move anything around. It's a rabbit hole for sure, but if you're inclined to do lives, it makes it a lot easier in my opinion. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but once you get it, it makes everything so much easier. Yeah, yeah. That's one of the reasons why I'm not doing the. I don't really know how to get my dyes or my pigments from the bottle to something like the shooting star without having like the residual that's left, right? You are going to waste a lot of pigment doing it that way. I've seen people use like big, like almost like syringes, like medicine droppers, and put them in the tip and pull it out. I haven't tried that. Ooh, I love me some. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but look at that. Lure works. Pour us all pro, baby. Oh, we might not be completely cooked. Oh, no, we are. We are cooked. Yeah, so this part, counting drops, has become not fun. Especially when you have a shooting star. Not complaining. Love my shooting star. But it's a lot of drops you're counting. And this is 60 drops per cup. And this is a 4 cup. And I'm about to do another 4 cup. Actually, glad I said that. Let me get this going. So I'm literally going to be doing 8 cups and 60 drops per cup. So I really apologize. This is about to get really boring for you guys. Steam Deck. I haven't even got OBS figured out. Michael, you got to stop giving me stuff to get. I'll look into that for sure. I don't know what that is. Oh, but I will look into that. All right, let's see. 60. Sorry, guys. This is going to get boring. 20. Now 3 more times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 40 more drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ugh. Okay. Who knew counting would be such a chore? Count how many drums to go into a teaspoon, tablespoons, so you don't have to count all that. You are not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah. I'm gonna have to look up more quiet master at work, yeah. He could count. That part of math I had. Man, I sucked at math in school. Whew. Got out of school and crushed it. But in school, I couldn't learn math for crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Every time I do baits, I get another idea. I'm like, ooh, I should set a camera up so they can see. I'm going to end up with 12 cameras. It's going to be a labyrinth in here. I'm not even going to be able to move without tripping over a cord for a camera. But I thought it would be cool if I had a camera like set up close so y'all could see like the close up. Because this, what I'm about to do, is like really cool, but I can't hold it in front of the camera and do it at the same time. But most of y'all are bait makers, so you know. Oh yeah, that's nice. This has got to be my favorite pigment. Chameleon in the world. What do you guys? Who's got a favorite pigment? What's your favorite color pigment to use? Talk amongst yourselves. I'm all for Clint. Oh, Saturday Night Live when it was good. Although I think every generation thinks their version of Saturday Night Live is the best. What's going on, Bruce? Mixing up some Voodoo. So some good news for me anyway, but I guess I will share it. What was this, quarter? There's 4, okay, 4 quarters. So I have a retail partner, a tackle shop that is set up right now. Yeah, still through this weekend at the Great American Outdoor Show. If you're not familiar with that, it is literally the biggest outdoor show in the world. There's camping, fishing, hunting, guns, knives, you name it, everything's there. It's my favorite. Oh, that was the right answer. So one of my tackle shops, Jim Neary's Live Bait and Tackle, they set up there every single year. 2, and he does demonstrations up on the fish tank. 3, and ooh, I'm running low on Barney Dark. Man, I just placed an order with dead on. Dang it! Do this every time. So he has been using my bait, the rig, in the fish tank. If you know what I'm talking about, like it's a big, huge tank full of bass, right? And they throw lures in there, and sometimes the bass hit the lures, and sometimes they don't. And generally speaking, if the lure gets a lot of attention, that's really good for whatever bait that is. That person's around there somewhere. So he texted me 2 days ago, day before yesterday, and said, Daniel, I put the rig in the tank today. I was going to demonstrate what it looks like when you pick it up off the bottom, like when you pull up and get it up off the bottom. And he said, I literally couldn't get it to the bottom. He said, every time I would put it in, it was getting hit 3, 4, 5 times on the way down. He said, by the time I finished the demonstration and went back to our booth, they were sold out. And people were like, holy crap, and went over there and like bought it all. So that was very exciting for me. Couldn't have slapped the smile off my face 2 days ago. 2, 3, and 4. I went to the Richmond Fishing Expo this past Sunday with my wife. We hung out with them for a while and kind of just checked it out. It's crazy cool. It's so huge. Imagine like your Walmart, but there's 10 of them, maybe more, all connected in one massive building. So it's really cool. Harrisburg, PA. If you live around there and you've been wanting to go but never have, go. Trust me, and plan to spend the day. You still won't see everything. They had like Grammy-winning musicians playing this past weekend. Like it's legit. Crazy big, crazy cool. It's not only fishing. It's fishing, hunting, anything outdoors. Heck, we were walking through RVs, just passing time. Be prepared to spend $6 on a soda. Good Lord. Highway robbery. But it's a really cool place. And I'm exaggerating. I think it was like 3 or 4, but still. You'll have those problems with it. Yeah, Noah, you know. So for anybody that doesn't know, on some of my videos I mentioned Noah and our bait days, our bait making days that we have. That is Smalley Chaser 23. Haha. I outed you. Everybody knows who you are now, Noah. You can't hide. Noah has been doing some crazy cool stuff with some of the molds he picked up from Woo Molds lately. Sending me pictures. I'm just like, holy crap. I thought I was the guy who was supposed to be like really good at this. Noah is motivating me. I'll tell you that, and giving me ideas. He's a heck of a bait maker. Where do I put this? Oh no, I got to do it again. Oh, not yet. Okay, still got 4 minutes. Let me start this off. I don't know why I'm changing knives. It's the same color. All right. 4 more minutes. All right, so GP109, Bruce, I'm assuming that's green pumpkin. Is that 109? I think MF does a lot of numbers. Is that an MF? GP109? I'm just trying to make sure I didn't... Oh, there we go. It's a small panel of buttons that you can assign. Oh, yes. I saw a guy in one of the YouTube videos with like, it's like a physical thing that you can, like you assign different, yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. What did you say that was called? Let's scroll up. You might need to get a stream deck. All right. Every time I talk to you guys, I tell my wife, we need to buy this. She's like, you need to stop doing lives. We're spending too much money. Oh, it's a LureWorks color. Okay. Gotcha. Woo. So yeah, I very recently, got the ability to connect my website to YouTube. I hit 3,000 watch hours, and I think I've put 2 videos out since then. So I hadn't really been paying attention to it because I assumed months down the road. I'm at like almost 3,800 watch hours since then. I'm like, holy crap! Like I just hit 3,000. I'm about to hit 4,000 and be monetized like fully. Like, it's exciting. Honestly, I never ever expected this to be part of bent rod fishing. I really didn't. I had a GoPro, I had an Insta. I figured I would make baits, go out on the rivers with friends, whatnot, have my cameras running, fish with the baits, show that they worked, and that was going to be the extent of my content creation. But that is not ending up being the case. But I love it. I mean, I really do. Honestly, I wouldn't do it if I didn't. I genuinely enjoy doing this. And you guys make it. Honestly, you really do. I've yet to meet anybody who was a jerk through doing this. Everybody's just so positive and encouraging, and it is encouraging to me. Sometimes I can get a negative outlook on the world, and then I just hop on a live and remember that there are good people out there. Nice. Carl, you are the man, sir. So you guys can look forward to this. DVL Custom Lures there. He has a machine shop, and he heard, case in point, right? I was just talking about how great the community is. Case in point, I did a video, and just in passing, mentioned that my vise doesn't hold pressure. Like, I can put all my molds in here, right? I've only got 3 deep, but I could put every mold. It's long enough for me to put all my molds in. But if I put more than 3 in there, mold the row 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way back, they flash hard. And you know, I just mentioned that. Like, it sucks. I spent all this money on getting, like, I've got 3 molds for the river rig, 3 molds for the Mogambo, right? And I can only use 1 at a time. He could have just heard that and been like, oh, I bet I could fix that for him, and then moved on. No, he went to my website, found my email address, emailed me, and said, hey, I can fix that for you. I need this information. So I start giving him information, and I've got, Carl, don't be offended, I didn't know you yet. And I'm sitting there thinking this guy's about to be like, and I can do all this for you for $4,000. Like, I kept waiting for a sales pitch. And so finally I asked him, I was like, what is this all gonna cost me? He goes, we'll come up with a trade, just send me some baits. I'm like, are you freaking serious? Like, that's crazy awesome. So basically he is rebuilding my vise. I've been taking measurements, sending him pictures, holding tape measures over here and whatnot. And the man has been in his machine shop, like literally creating pieces of metal that are going to fit this and fix my issue. He retrofitted, I guess, his own to recreate my problem and then figured out how to fix it. Like, seriously? I don't even know this man. He just watched my videos and was like, I can help this guy. And he is. That's crazy. I mean, it's awesome. But I would have never expected that doing a YouTube live, or that wasn't even a live, that was just a video. I would have never expected YouTube would have connected me with somebody who just wanted to help. Genuinely just wanted to help. That's encouraging, to say the least. Carl is the man. And if you need an air vise, go to him. I'll tell you right now. What I have learned through him, not only in his knowledge of how all this stuff works, but in how he builds them and what he charges, go to Carl. Go to DVL Customs, email Carl, reach out to him and say, hey Carl, I need an air vise. And he will custom build one for you, and it's gonna cost you about half of any of the other guys out there that are selling them. Like, go to Carl, I'm telling you. I don't even have it yet, and I'll tell you, go to Carl. Oh, gotta count drops again. Yeah, I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure out how I don't have to do this anymore. Let me make sure I'm caught up here. Reverse engineering at its finest. Yeah, you are not kidding. I saw the 3D printed device and most of the costs. Yeah. Yo, Carl, you were gonna get all the baits. All the baits. And I'm not trying to make him blush. I'm not trying to make him uncomfortable. But not only that, but he spends almost all of his time taking veterans and disabled children fishing and skiing and like teaching them how to do, like, it's just from talking to this guy, I'm like, holy crap, this guy has a heart the size of Texas and literally just wants to have, like, there are angels among us. I think Carl might be one of them. All right, I'll stop gushing over Carl because from what little I know of him, he probably doesn't like it. Use DVL Custom Lures if you can. Oh. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, All right, one more 20 count, or 60 count. Too many drops. Don't blame me. This is Michael's recipe. I just tweaked it. Blame Michael. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, All right, all the drops are counted. No more drops. No more drops all day. Let me get this stirred up. 4.8 teaspoons should be very close to that. Okay, we're gonna have to do we're gonna have to test that, because that would be nice. Here we go again. YouTube community making my life easier. This is awesome. I should have been doing this from day one instead of just going, hey, look at this bait. Starting to set up a little bit, but shooting star will fix that. Anybody else out there use Pour Salt Pro, and if so, have you noticed that it doesn't separate as much? Like it doesn't, I mean, don't get me wrong, at this point I'm still mixing it the same amount that I used to, but like with bait plastics, and I love bait plastics, don't get me wrong, but when I would open it, there was like a layer of just like oil on top that it took a while to get mixed up. But this Pour Salt Pro is not that way. There's barely any layer of oil on top, and it doesn't take long to get it completely mixed. It is a noticeably shorter mixing time. And so far I haven't had any negative, like it's not like I've had baits that weren't proper. Syringes for bulk batches. I have not. Pirate baits, I have not. I did meet a guy, I don't know if I've mentioned him on here before. One second. 2, 3. Alright, looks like I need more Barney Darko. 4. I met a guy who owns multiple bait companies. His name's Lee, and he actually owns a Zorn, if you know what a Zorn is. And it's like the Ferrari, like it makes the shooting star look like a moped, and it's a Ferrari. And he was the one who told me I needed to start doing that. 2, 3, and 4. Because this isn't, bit rod has not arrived, put it that way. Like I'm not at my destination. This is still my journey. I want not necessarily a Zorn, because I have found other machines that are exponentially less expensive that do basically the same thing. I mean, the Zorn is really nice, don't get me wrong. If you can afford a Ferrari, then why you want to drive around in a Mustang, right? But a Mustang's still a pretty sweet car. So actually, Ultramolds makes a production machine that I'm kind of interested in. But whereas a Zorn is like $175,000, like it's very, very expensive, and their molds are like 30 grand a piece. The Big Blue from Ultramolds, which for some reason they do not, oh, they're in VA, okay, awesome. For whatever reason, Ultramolds doesn't advertise the Big Blue. Like if you go to the website, there's nothing on it. If you go to their YouTube channel though, you will see that they posted a video for like a troubleshoot, or like how to load the mold in or something. So you can see kind of how it works through that YouTube video. That's how I found out about it. And then the guy who used to do my custom molds is familiar with it. And one cool thing that Ultramolds does, if you guys can hear me still, anybody who has bought a Big Blue from them, they keep on file. Well, not anybody. Like if you don't want people to reach out to you, then they won't. It's not like if you buy a Big Blue, you're on some Facebook page. But most of the people are like, hey, if you run into people who are like interested in a Big Blue, but they can't afford it yet, but they want to do production, have them reach out to me. I'll run their production for them. And they've got them all over, at least the East Coast. I know that. I appreciate you, Bruce. You basically missed a lot of counting, Devin. So nothing yet. All right, let me get the stirrer in, and we will start priming this up. There we go. Ha ha. All right. Still on track. Normally about 11 o'clock by the time I get this shooting star up and running. And get stuff put away. And we will get going. Okay. Whew. Stop it. Get off. Get off me. All right, what are we going to run first? Let's see. I've got trick worms, definitely, for Rob. Oh, the good thing about me using OBS is I can check my inventory through my phone. Let me look and see, do I need tracer sheds in this? I know I have some. I don't know if I need more tracer sheds. Voodoo. Here we go. I've only got 3. I need the river rig, I need pre-rigged, I need mayflies. Okay. Oh, I need everything. Okay. Let's do this. Flip the tracers over. With Alan. He's a semi-local and he traded a Edmo for his pucks. Alan. I thought his name was Nathan. You sure you're not thinking about Nathan? Underwater porcupine? His name is Nathan. Unless his last name's not. I'm not. I know it because I just sent him a package. I think you may have that name, or maybe UWP is something else. So I just got shooting. Nice. Congrats, man. You will not regret that. The shooting star is a game changer. Game changer, for sure. Oh, yeah, I rabbit trailed. Yeah, Nathan. So anyway, sorry. I do that. Ultra molds, big blues. So if you reach out to them, if you're in the market, if you're thinking, hey, I want to take my bait business to the next level, but I don't want to spend 50 grand on a production machine, they will hook you up with somebody in your area, and then you can have big blue molds made. And they're like, I mean, the guy who used to make my custom molds told me he could make them for like $1,500. So versus like 30 grand for a Zorn, that's a really big difference. Now they won't copy. So if you're shooting nothing but shelf molds, then you're just going to have to continue hand injecting. But if you have customs, then they can take your customs and make like 40 to 50 cavity molds with your customs for like $1,500. Now that's what Ross was going to do it for. Other people may be more or maybe less. I didn't shop around because Ross was my man. To me, from what I have found so far, the big blue is kind of the way that I'm planning to go. I still haven't done that. I've got an extension cord going from this room to my guest room just to keep it on a different circuit. I still need to get the electrician to come in and run that. But we've got so much stuff electrical wise that we want to do. We've got different lights and stuff in the house that, I mean, this house that we bought, we love it. I'm not complaining. but it has not had an update since 1992. So we're updating everything as we go. So all the lighting that we can't change ourselves. I've been doing a lot of lighting changes, but some of them we need like the can moved, and it's stuff that I've never done. I worked construction a little bit back in the day, so I'm pretty handy, but not to the point where I'm willing to risk catching my house on fire. So once we get everything ready, we're gonna have the electrician come out and just knock everything out at once, and I'm gonna have him bring my dedicated electrical line in here for the shooting star, so we won't have an extension cord running through the hall to the guest room anymore. Ooh, I might not have enough for that, but we're gonna try. It's a solid. If I don't, we'll just cut them up, put them back in. Okay. Can you explain that, Carl? I'm sure you're right. I just want to understand. What's the? I haven't had any issues yet, but what is it? Does it run a risk for my shooting star running it on an extension cord? I mean, I guess the main thing that is competing with it is my microwave and my compressor. I could put those on the extension cord. That wouldn't be a problem. Kind of excited to see these paddle tails in Voodoo. There's like a lot of ribbing and stuff. I'm hoping Voodoo plays nice with it. All right. Overheating the extension cord. Oh. Well, that never occurred to me. Okay. You can run an extension cord, but you do have to make it 20 amp. If not, you get hot and melt. Let me see if it's hot. No, it's not. It's not hot. But I'll definitely, I'll just switch it. This will be the last time I do it. Thank you. Again, coming through. Helping a brother out. I appreciate you guys. I've got tracers, I've got paddle tails, and I've got trick wires. Hey, Rob, are you coming to the Jake's Bait and Tackle kayak event at the end of the month? I will be there. And I'll have all these new baits if you can make it. Okay. Well, then I'll just switch it up. I'll switch it. Just don't die on me today. That'll be her ultimate revenge for me cheating on her with my traditional injectors. Crapped out on me because of my extension cord. All right. Let's see. These were cold, so they should be good. All right, we're switching to the bait cam. Oh, no worries, brother. I was just curious. No apology necessary. If you were going to be there, I was just going to hold on to these trick worms until then. But I'll get them in the mail for you ASAP. I'm shooting them now, so I'll let them cure, then I'll get them in the mail to you. All right, we're going to switch to the bait cam. First time ever. Woohoo! Try not to bump it. Yeah, you can't really. There's no backlighting, so you can't really see. Can't really see through. Looks good in it, but yeah, out here. So I wonder what I can do about that. Not escape. I need to go back here. So yeah, I don't know if the GoPro. Oh, well, yeah, you can see the fins are kind of purple. That's nice. I like it. Oh, I pulled the sprue off. I keep doing that. All right. Boop. I am going to just put these on a sheet for now. I'll hang them up when we're done. Morning, Blue Line. What's going on, brother? Put a piece of white paper on it. Oh, yeah. I could do that. I don't have anything here ready, but got my tracers. Hold them up. Oh, we do have some bubbles. I did shoot one of these fast. It must have been this one. Got bubbles. Am I late? Were your ears burning? We were just talking about you, Nathan. All good, I promise. No, you're not late though. This was unplanned. Literally, I just started getting into the OBS studio, and I had to do it. Like, I've been prepping a bunch of stuff, and I was just too excited to not use it, so I decided to go live today. All right, there. Yeah, the color change on this is so good. That's why it's my favorite. I can use my light to check for bubbles. That's nice. No bubbles in this one. No bubbles. Purple tails. Man, the tracer's so good. It's just so good. All right. Now, my new drop shot worm. Nice. I love how this worm thins out so much towards the tail. There you go. There you go, Rob. That looks good. Even in the GoPro, and the GoPro has crappy focus. Not very good. Thoughts on OBS? I love it, man. I absolutely love it. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but honestly, it was like a 5-minute learning curve. Go to YouTube, just search up OBS tutorial within 5 minutes if you're tech savvy in any way, shape, or form. And you'll go, oh, that's what I was missing. And because I just couldn't figure out how to add things in. They just said, here's the button, click this, add this, and then everything else after that. And that's just to get going. There's a lot you can do with it. Apparently, I could be live streaming right now on all of my platforms that live stream. Like I could be doing this also through TikTok, I guess. You can do it on, I could be doing it through Twitch. I could be doing it through Rumble. I could be doing it through, I mean, all in one spot. And this right here could be going out to everything. That's what I've heard. I don't have all those accounts. I have TikTok, but I'm not going to get into my hatred for TikTok again. I did that on the last live, but I do not like TikTok, so I don't plan on doing that. Yeah, those worms look good. All right. Modded your injector. Well, heck, I'm just gonna be glued to the comments now. That's an interesting comment to make. Everybody's going, wait, what's he doing? Go. Let's heat this back up. Oh yeah, I remember you saying that. I think that was during the live that Cecil and I did together with me and Oki. Y'all were talking about those insulated injectors. Yeah, right about the time those came out, I got my shooting star, so I did not, didn't jump on that. Man, he must be doing a lot. Either that or he got distracted. Nathan hasn't responded yet, right? I didn't miss it. I'm already my injector. Oh yeah, no, he hasn't. Okay. You got me over here on pins and needles, man. What'd you do? I think he was just talking about just a normal piece of PVC, if I'm not mistaken. Machined? Oh, maybe not. How I understood it in the live was that it was just putting a piece of PVC on the outside, because basically what Angling AI is doing is putting it on the inside. but I was also distracted making bait, so don't let me answer for Carl. That's right. Y'all make sure to hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? What are you even doing with your life? Oh, snap. The tracers are drinking without me. This close to St. Patty's Day. What's wrong with you? Don't you do it. Don't you do it. If anyone knows the machining process or where we can purchase, please let me know. Yeah, I'm curious about that too. Nathan's just gonna come in here and drop a bomb and then walk out. I see. Open the door, toss the grenade. Peace, guys. Have fun with that. Schedule 30, then bore it out. I'm working on one today that will be double walled. Schedule 30 and then bore it out. Okay. I definitely would not have the tools to do that. What are you boring it out with, Carl? Out of curiosity, in layman's terms, so that the people who aren't engineers and machinists would understand. AKA dumb it down for the rest of us. Not even the rest of us. For me, I can't speak for everybody. Everybody else might know what that means. Towel. Maybe this will help. Let me see if this makes the bait cam work. Metal lathe. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to ask maybe a stupid question, Carl, but why not just buy PVC that already has the diameter that you like? Why bore out the PVC? What's the purpose of boring it out versus just buying one that'll fit over your injector? There, I'll ask it. I know somebody else had to be thinking it. Rob, are you asking me or are you asking Carl? I assume you're asking Carl, because I don't do that stuff. Oh, they just don't match. Okay. I've heard multiple people say they were not fans of the AI blending block. Oh, you're talking to me. How much would a split belly mold cost for a fluke minnow? You mean through Woo molds? I'm assuming you mean through Woo molds. I don't think that their custom program has a split belly option, or even really a fluke per se. They have grubs. And they have paddle tails. He's adding crawls and creatures soon, so you'll be able to go in and make your own, like customize your own crawl and creature baits. But there really isn't like a split tail minnow option in that. If you're not talking about the customs through Woo molds, and that's going to vary greatly. This isn't a split belly though. I don't know. I would say check out Bass Tackle. They definitely do. Bass Tackle has so many molds, it's not even funny. I guarantee you they do, but as far as cost, for a 4 cavity like this, you can expect to spend probably anywhere from 150 to 200, maybe 225 for a 4 cavity. I think these, not these. I think the tracer last time I looked was about 225, 220 something through Angling AI. Now those, it might actually be a little bit more than that then, because Angling AI has really good prices because they just have 500,000 lathes. Apparently their shop is gigantic, and they have like all the capacity in the world to just sit there and pump molds out like it's nobody's business. Oversized boring channel plunge piston calls. Yeah. All right. Let me see if doing this helps the bait cam. We're gonna switch to the bait cam and see if a white background helps. I gotta keep moving my chat. I need a better place to put this. I guess I don't need to see all that. There we go. Bait cam. Oh, it's white. All right, let's see. Look around here. Yeah, it does help. It does help. You definitely can see it better. Maybe I just need to get a white turntable. I have been considering. I've been considering getting one of those little. I think they're made for like miniatures, like how people like build like little like Gundam models and whatnot, and you can put it on it and it slowly turns. I've been thinking about getting one of those for YouTube so that when I do a bait, I can put it on it and it's slowly turning. The one I was using in some of my videos, if you've ever seen my videos that have the bait turning, that is literally a record player that I put that thing on top of and just let it spin. It's very bobo, but it got the message across. You need to build me a light box. I think, Carl, what you need to do is just drive over here to Inwood, West Virginia, and just live in my guest room for a while. And let's just get Bent Rod just up and running, brother. Let's do this. But yeah, my light box isn't great. I went cheap. I bought it a while ago, and I just haven't upgraded. I've never been happy with it, and I think it does hurt me for sure, because people who don't follow the YouTube channel and don't see me at events and stuff, when they go to my website and that's the only exposure they have to bent rod fishing, those photos do not do my baits justice. They really don't. So I need to get a better camera. I need to get a better light box. I need to represent what I'm doing better through my website. That's a hurdle that I have that I need to get over. But professional photography is just, like, it can be affordable, but when you're talking you've got 40 colors that range across 10 different baits, I mean, that's 400 pictures. And then what am I supposed to do? Reach out every 2 weeks when I buy a new mold and make a new color? Like, it's too much to keep up with. I need to be able to do it myself. So those look good. They need to offer a Seiko style tail. Yeah. Oh, a lot possessed me to move to West Virginia. I'll put it that way. Some of it I won't talk about because I promised I wouldn't get political. But you can connect those dots. And I will say it was the right move. I don't know if you've seen what Spanberger is doing in Virginia, but there is literally a dog walking tax now. Everybody living in Virginia is about to be taxed to oblivion, and I kind of saw that coming. But politics aside, my wife and I were just in a spot where we had been renting, so it was time to buy. And Winchester used to be very affordable, but then when COVID hit and everybody started working remote, everybody from Northern Virginia decided they could move to Winchester because Northern Virginia mortgages and rents are triple what was in Winchester. So everybody evacuated Northern Virginia, moved to Winchester, and now Winchester is through the roof. Our rent went up 20% in 1 year. Like, our landlord just called us and was like, hey, your rent, boom, and told us what the new rent was, 20% in one shot. That's outrageous. The average is like 5%. It went up across the board. People who have been living there, if you don't own a house in Winchester and you're starting to look, you can't afford it anymore. So anyway, we were looking outside of Winchester, but with what we could afford loan-wise, we could get so much more house in West Virginia. And we're literally only 30 minutes north of Winchester. Like it's not that bad of a drive at all. It's basically like driving from Winchester to Front Royal to get from Inwood to Winchester. So, looking in Tennessee. We were too. Actually, we were looking in Tennessee. There were quite a few places that we were looking at in Tennessee. My wife and I've been talking to a guy, Lip Rippers, about this. My wife and I, our dream is to have some land out in the middle of nowhere in Homestead. I want to make baits, and I don't want to be so in the middle of nowhere that I don't have internet, because I want to be able to continue to do bent rod. But we grow our own vegetables, we harvest our own meat, we make our own bread, mayo, bacon, the list. I'm not going to sit here and bore you with it, but we make our own everything. Soda, we make our own sodas. We try to buy and consume as little processed food as we can, and be self-sufficient, and it's amazing. And you would think, oh, but your food's not as good. Our food is 4 times better. It's literally, because my wife talked me into this, and I told her, listen, little crunchy cruncherson, you're not going to get me to go hippie if the food's crap. But then she started making the bread. I was like, holy crap, this is the best bread I've ever had. Like, this isn't worse. And then she started making homemade butter, and it's exponential. We got Kerrygold. Like, we got the good butter. The stuff we make's better. Our mayo is better than any mayo I've ever bought off the shelf. I was like, okay, you got me, girl. What are we doing? So my wife has got us on this. We make our own everything. So basically every Monday, we both take the day off. It's not off. And we look and see what we need to do. If we need more bread, we got like a really nice bread maker that was gifted to us by one of her clients and dear friends of ours. It was like a $300 and some bread maker. When they found out we were getting into this, she goes, here, you're gonna need this. I didn't know y'all when y'all got married. It's a wedding gift. We were like, what? So anyway, we do almost everything ourselves. So moving here to West Virginia gave us enough property to have, we're gonna have we're gonna start off with an 800 square foot garden coming up, and we're gonna be growing everything. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, the food, it's crazy. Like, we started eating our own food. I lost weight. I used to have this knot right here, just bloat knot, gone. So my hands used to be swollen all the time. If I took my wedding ring off, like not that I take my wedding ring off ever, but if I did, sometimes when my wife would look at my hands and go, oh my God, like it looks like your finger's about to be cut off. And it was just from all that processed food. Yeah, ever since we cleaned up our diet, and we're not dieting, we just don't eat processed crap, and we eat out very little. And our health is exponentially improved. Anyway, off of my health. Let's get back to baits. That's awesome. I'm gonna do a little wife glow. I don't know. I will say, she does not watch these, so I'm not doing this for brownie points. I am so proud of her. She has been a manager at a salon for over 10 years and has carried the salon, like literally carried the salon. Done 90% of the revenue has come from her. And I've been telling her, you are the salon, you need to leave. Like, you need to get out on your own. Your boss is taking 40% of your income, right? That's ridiculous. That salon is not giving you anything. It's literally taking your income. Get away from there, get away from there, get away from there. Well, today's her last day there. And I am just like beaming with pride. She has got her LLC. She's starting her own business. She's stepping out. And it's just, she's amazing. She is absolutely amazing. I'm a guy, I don't know, like hair, don't ask me, I don't know. But when she shows me before and afters, I'm like, holy crap. The stuff she does is insane. She's really, really, really good. And I'll put it to you this way. She has people who have moved away from the area, like moved to Tampa, Florida, who fly back here for her to do their hair. There was a customer that she had who lived in Winchester who moved to Austria, like Europe, And she comes back twice as much as she would to visit family, so that it lines up with her hair schedule, so that Shelly can do her hair. Like flying to the States twice as often as she normally would, so that my wife can do her hair. She's amazing. They're absolutely amazing. Anyway, and no, she will not see this. But I'm just telling you, I think I got the best one, guys. She's amazing. She's very nervous. She is very, very nervous, but I'm not. Ah, Bubbles. I knew I shot that one too fast. Stupid Bubbles. 285 pounds. Good grief. That's awesome, Carl. Yeah, I didn't lose a ton of weight. I've always been tall and thin. That's just my build. But that went way down. And it didn't hurt that when we first started doing it, and it has nothing to do with it, but I happened to get really sick. I had the flu really bad for like 2 weeks, so my weight went shoo. But it was like my cheeks were sunk in. I did a video chat with my mom, and she went, "Oh God, Daniel, what?" Like, no, I got sick. I'm fine. All right. Be your own boss. I know that's right. I know that's right. Yeah, I pray every day that nothing changes that makes me have to go back and punch a time clock, because I will be the worst employee in the world. Having been my own boss and having experienced creating a product, fully believing in it, like having 100% pride in what it is I'm actually selling. I've never done that. I've sold cars, I've sold insurance, I've sold food, I've sold so many. I've always been in sales, but I've sold so many different things in my life. And there's always been parts of it that you don't say when you're selling it, but it's like, I would do this different, or that's not the best, but I knew how to sell it. I have control over that now. So if there's something about my baits I don't like, I change it. And so I can stand there and look people dead in the eye and go, "You're going to love that bait." And so far I've had nobody come back to me and tell me that they don't. I did have one guy tell me that he can't catch fish on the rig. But then I asked him how he's fishing it, and he told me. I was like, "Oh, don't do it like that. Do it like this." And he got real defensive and mad. I was like, "Okay, don't catch fish on the rig then." I was like, "What are you going to do? Come to me and tell me, are you just trying to tell me my baits don't catch fish?" Because I got like hundreds of people who would disagree with you. So, sometimes you can lead them to water, you can't make them drink. When I get wheelchair bound. Oh, yeah. I can imagine going wheelchair bound to do that. You have a prosthetic now, right, Carl? Do I understand that correctly? Oh, look at that. That glow. That glow dough. I love it. Yeah, those are nice. All right. Got it. I'm gonna keep making these. Gonna keep doing those. Oh. Another thing that Carl's doing for me, some of my molds are shorter, like this one. He's actually cutting pieces of metal. He had me measure all my molds because my tall ones are 6 inches tall. So he's cutting me little pieces of shim, I guess, that I can put under these so that they're all the same height. I mean, come on, that's just awesome. But for today, I'll just clamp it. And you know what I haven't done in a minute? I used to do in every single one of my videos. The Bandito bug. I think I need to pull that out. I do too, man. I'll be honest with you. My go-to is power fishing. I was never a finesse guy. I had the idea for the rig. I tried it and it just took off. And I think the industry is tending towards finesse, especially with the invention and dominance of forward-facing sonar. It's just kind of finesse fishing is where it's at right now. So that's what I've been leaning towards and focusing on. But I have my pro staffer Ron. He's a big drop shot guy, and he has helped me get to a point where I now really enjoy drop shotting. I haven't used these worms yet. Um, actually, nobody has. Well, somebody has. It's a not a custom. It's bass tackle, but none of mine. Catch you later, Rob. Thanks for dropping in, brother. All right, so we are going to do my new tactical Nuke mold and see what it looks like. And, oh, you know what? I have more clamps. Let me get the Bandito out. Put you here. Buggy, buggy. All right. Where are my clamps? There they are. Oh. We had one guy say, "See you later," and Michael's back. Guess who's back? Back again. Oh, shice. Welcome back, brother. Oh, wrong way. That is awesome. When's your next live, Michael? I'm going to try to pop in from Area 52, right? Area 52, I think is what you call it. Do you have a live planned? Go. This bait looks so good in Voodoo. This Bandito bug. Wednesday super work. I haven't set a fixed schedule yet. Yeah, me too. I haven't set a schedule with that either. Oh, how many people do we have in here? Maybe I'll ask the question. Right now, 11. That's the most I've had yet today. So I'm going to put this down and ask you guys a question. And if you can give me your honest feedback, please. Your honest opinion on this idea. And if you're a bait maker and a content creator, don't be like, oh, I didn't think of that, but now I can't do it. Like, do it. I don't own it. And I might very well probably not be the only person to do it. But I did think of this the other night when I was learning about OBS and the different cameras and how you can change your from camera to, from one camera to the other and scenes and whatnot. And I had this idea to do like a monthly live to where what I would do is take all the baits that I've made on YouTube for that month. And I will have them on the website discounted down to 30%, already discounted down because I want you guys to be able to, if you want to get free shipping. So free shipping would probably trigger at like a $40 sale. So the baits that I've made that month would be marked down to 30%. So you wouldn't need a promo code for that. If you spent more than $40, you would get free shipping. And if you do it during the live, I plan on having a camera set up on my little pegboard that you can't see that I'm pointing to for some reason. And I want to have like maybe 9 pegs of bags of baits that I've also made that week that are freebies. So if you buy during the live, you get a free bag of baits. And then when somebody buys, my wife has agreed to sit in here. And if somebody makes a purchase, they'll go, like if it's, if it was Michael will be, hey, Michael. And then if it was a $42 sale, Michael, $42, right? And then she would look and go, okay, yes, I see Michael here bought, that's confirmed. So bait checking is Michael. And then we would switch to the freebie cam, and then you would be able to go, I want that bait. And then we would literally take it, and then that one's gone. And then it doesn't get put back on there. So there would be 9 that you could actually get freebies during that live and have it. I'll still be making baits, but just have like a sale going on in the background to kind of make it interesting and fun. So I would really be interested to hear y'all's opinion on that because I'm kind of excited to do it. I've been missing something. What's an airdrop bot? I need to get time. Oh, I've been missing a lot. Wednesday's angling AI bot shot is my guess. I really agree. That's a good idea. I've also seen some guys do custom baits for a large enough super chat like that. Okay, I want to find people who do it so that I can watch and get some ideas. But I thought that could be cool. I don't want to get like too salesy or anything like that. Like there's no pressure on it at all. But when I started giving out promo codes at the end of my videos, I think there was only one color I did, Emerald Shiner, that I don't think got any, nobody used that. I mean, but that had been on my website for a long time, so that's probably why. But all of the customs, people were using those promo codes to buy. So if we made it part of a live and kind of fun and whatnot, a scheduled live, I thought it sounded pretty fun. Anyway. Okay. Good. Yeah, if people don't want it, I won't do it. Oh yeah, I have worked on something. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Nathan. I remember that. I remember realizing that was you. I'm like, wait, that's underwater porcupine? Oh, that's so cool. Oh, and Nathan, your last video with what you call him, Grid, the alien, that was hilarious. That was, you had me like LOLing every time your camera cut to it. And he was like, or holding a bait, I was dying. That's genius. That's the kind of stuff people are going to remember. That's the kind of stuff that's going to make people come back to your channel. That's really smart. And it was hilarious. I have the same reservation, Michael. I know. I was very nervous about introducing the promo codes at all. I don't know if you saw that video or whatnot. That was my sister's idea, and when she told me, I was like, yeah. I was like, but you know, most of the guys watching my videos are bait makers, so I don't want them to be like, oh, this just got salesy. But that, if you want my experience was. Infomercial. That I had those reservations, and I have not found that to be the case. As far as I know, I didn't lose any subs over it. Nobody has voiced anything negative about it, and a lot of people said things along the lines of, you know, this is what you do for a living, man. I mean, sales is part of it. Don't be afraid to do what it is you do. I mean, I think everybody in the bait making community knows that bait chucking and 8-bit are the same person. So, I mean, you got a business to run, you got a life to live, so I wouldn't, my advice, not that you're asking for it at all, I would try it. I have not had any negative blowback from doing it yet. Just come to my live and then I'll be the guinea pig. We'll see. If people are like, that's it, I'm out of here, then you'll know, don't do it. Why do I keep putting that down? I'm not done shooting. Yeah, I agree with Nathan. If it's coming from 8-bit or bait chucking, I'm watching it. There's a handful of guys out there that you know, that's just how it is for me. Marling baits, I'm watching it. SDG, I'm watching it. World Verse Fishing, I'm watching it. Bait chucking, I'm watching. I need to get better about commenting. I mean, especially since I do this and appreciate the comments so much. Like, I need to get better at that. I don't know why I revert to old habits and just go, oh, that was really good. I almost always like. Sometimes I don't comment. I don't know why. I apologize. I need to get better at that. 100%. Because you guys are great for me with the comments and everything. Personal growth. There we go. Come on. Tracers are drinking. There we go. All right. Hey, do it, man. Do it. You know, the Mogambo has not gotten a lot of love of all the baits that I make. And I think it mainly is because my grassroots here, 90% of the people in my area that know about me are smallmouth fishermen. And if it's above 4 inches, they're convinced smallmouth won't eat it, which is absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry if y'all are watching and I'm stepping on your toes. I don't care. I'm stepping on your toes. There are guys around here that are on the Shenandoah River with 8-inch glide baits catching 10-inch smallmouth. Like, smallmouth are extremely aggressive. They will bite any and everything out there. But some guys are just convinced that if it's bigger than 4 inches, it ain't gonna catch a smallmouth. So they don't buy it and they don't fish it. I don't have very many people doing the content support for the Mogambo that I have with everything else. The rig especially, people love the rig. I got a lot of people wanting the rig. A lot of people wanting the river rig. Sizing down has become a big thing. But the Mogambo gets no love. Makes me sad. I actually do have a guy in Florida who wants to do some content creation for me in the terms like fishing. So, and I'm from Florida. That is largemouth heaven. So, I think I'm gonna send in some bags of baits and see what he can do. Yeah. Oh yeah. They hit bigger baits for sure. Yeah, I guess I do watch all my videos. Got to help that algorithm. You're right, Carl. I always watch bent rod fishing videos. I live those, brother. All right. So find it can be stressful at first, but when you get into the flow. Yeah, I was really stressed about the first one. I watched a lot of lives. Honestly, that's what really helped me go, all right, I'm going to do a live. And I'm not talking smack about anybody. I won't name anybody, but I watched a handful of lives and I was like, oh, like none of these are perfect. None of these, I mean, not that none of them are. Some of them are very polished and you can tell they use OBS and they've been doing it for a while. But then sometimes you get on and in some of these lives, the person's never even on camera. It's literally just their hands making baits and they're talking. And you look and there's 2,000 people watching the live on TikTok. It's like, holy crap. Okay, so, you know, it's not that big of a deal. That's what kind of gave me the, I don't want to say courage, it's the motivation to do my first live. I like them. I like them now. Oh, that one's going to the bait cam. Let me get it loaded up here. Yeah, that white paper does help, Carl. You the man. All right. Oh, yeah. See, if I had that thing that Michael was talking about, I could just hit a button and we'd be on the bait cam. Boom. There we go. Voodoo that you do so well. Love it. That's a great bait to show off that color. So nice. There we go. All right. I believe it. Honestly, I have really had to bite my tongue at some of the tackle shops around here because I try to go hang out at the tackle shops. You meet local anglers, and you know if somebody in there knows who you are, they'll go, "Oh, you know, Bent Rod, the guy on the shelf over there. This is him. You know, he'll do custom work." And so you meet a lot of people, you get a lot of business that way. But I really have to bite my tongue when people are like, "Oh, I don't fish anything over 3 inches." I mean, they're smallmouth. I'm like, "That's what." No. And so I've just started going, really, man, that's interesting. And then I just start showing them pictures. Here's that bait that caught a 18-inch smallmouth. Here's that bait that caught a citation. You know, that bait that you're saying is too big. Check. Ooh, man, it looks good in the new one. The tactical Nuke. Oh, I knew it would. That little finesse. Let's isolate one. Oh yeah. got to get these in some guys' hands. Sorry. Compressor. You know what, Carl? Since you're on such a roll of making my life better, or anybody, not just Carl, this is what I hang my baits on to cure. But some of these baits, the sprues are really little, and when I try to puncture, I guess maybe I could just take an angle iron and put that thing down to a point. But does anybody know of something like this that you can hang on a pegboard that's a better way to hang your baits by puncturing the sprue? Because it's kind of a pain in the butt, for me anyway. Pain in the tuchus. Motorized light box. Good grief. Let's do it. That would be awesome. Sounds awesome. All right. Apple jelly or an orange dye? I missed something. Cold outside of the sun. Oh, there we go. I saw a brown to fluorescent orange color change. The chameleon must run with. Yeah, the chameleon's great. I don't know what that is. Carl, so TikTok, if you're doing lives, TikTok is great for lives. It is. It's really good for doing lives. Here's the issue with TikTok, and I promise for those of you who were on the live last time and I went on a rant, I will not go on a rant. Here are the facts about TikTok. If you say YouTube, if you say Facebook, if you say Instagram, just saying them, they will penalize you for it. They can shut down your live. If there's anything behind you that has a website on it, like my bags, my printed bags, I had them sitting back in the back of a photo, or no, it was like a reel, a video that I posted on TikTok, and they immediately took it down. Their AI read my website and said, nope, you can't do that. If they see you doing anything that could possibly make somebody leave TikTok, they will penalize you for it. They will make it to where you can't do lives. They'll shut your live down. If you don't believe me, go on there and watch some guys. Oki Angler Co. Cecil, he does a lot of lives on TikTok, and he has got a really good, awesome. I knew you'd be the one to hook me up. He has a really good following on there, and if you watch his live for more than an hour, you'll hear him go, what? At some point, what? What am I getting penalized for? What am I getting, like, what? Why? Oh, restrictions. What's the restriction for? Like, they just hit you with restrictions, and you have no idea why. So, anyway. Carl, if you want the full honest truth, I'll call you. I don't want to do it on my live again. I don't want my lives to be super negative. But you will not see me doing lives on TikTok. To me, YouTube is a better platform, especially if you have OBS. It's a better platform because you're free to do whatever you want to do. To an extent. I can't start strip teasing for you guys. Come on now. We cooked lunch for the guys at work. Gotta go throw down the lunch at all right, brother. 0.065 stainless wire bent right. Of course you can. I appreciate you, Carl. Man, I must be shooting these too fast because I am getting little micro bubbles. It is. Yep, it is. No good. All right, that's okay. We'll keep on moving forward. Alright, no bubbles. Bubble free. Bubble free. If anybody's new and hasn't seen the color, that's Voodoo. Sweet, sweet color. Huh. That's awesome. Nice. I'm loving the new paddle tail in it. Here, let's do this so light can pass through. Yep, that looks good. Little PB&J action. Oh, I thought that said message restricted. It says retracted, so you did it. Okay. That wasn't me. I didn't retract anything. Unless they have a setting that I don't know about. Yeah, I mean, apparently the company that owns it is not Chinese, but then if you dig deep enough, they answer to a company that is. But I don't want to get into that stuff on here either. But yeah, man, that is a sweet trickworm color for sure. But yeah, they don't. They're very, very controlling as to what you can say and what you can show and what you can do on your live. But they're really good at pushing your lives out. Like you said, you've never seen a live. Oh, you said on there. You must not spend a lot of time on TikTok because lives are very like that. One thing that TikTok does better than YouTube is push lives. They really push lives. When you go live, they put it in front of a lot of people. Whereas I think in YouTube, it's a lot less, and it's mainly your subscribers, if I'm not mistaken. So the more subs you get on YouTube, the better your lives will be. And I didn't do it for this one, but what I plan on doing is having them scheduled. And then I'll like post on Instagram. I'll post on. I don't do much on Facebook, but I'll post on Facebook and whatnot. Hey, you know, this coming Friday night, Bent Rod Live, YouTube, yada yada. I mean, TikTok won't let me do it, but all the other platforms will let you advertise your other channels on them, and just let your people know, hey, if you want to see me live, I'm going to be on YouTube this day, this time. Here's what we're doing. So if you do that, and people can plan for it. You know, I've heard other people say that, Michael, and it wouldn't surprise me if you're right. I wouldn't say it's an unpopular opinion. I mean, I have my suspicions as well. I'm sure you're right. Probably with the masses, it's not a popular opinion, especially for the people who are on there getting a lot of viewers. Then they're probably not going to want to hear that, you know, some of those viewers are fake. But, you know, I don't know. It is annoying that when I make content, I can make content and I can make one video and I can put it on YouTube, I can put it on Instagram, I can put it on Facebook, but I have to make a completely separate video for TikTok just to make sure that I don't step on their toes and hurt their little feelings. That's annoying. But my TikTok account is growing, so I just kind of keep doing really short videos and muting them and just putting TikTok music behind it, which if you have a business, if you're gonna, I will tell you, Carl, if you do decide to do a TikTok account, make it a personal one, not a business account. Simply for the music. The music, if you tell it you're just a person, then you can, like YouTube, you can use popular music. But if you tell it you're a business account, your music options are bobo. Like, they're not good at all. Yeah, I don't spend much time on TikTok either. I did when I first got on it until I kind of became hip to what was going on. Snow is finally melting. Let's say we're in the 40s today. Hallelujah. Slow, slow, slow. Okay. I agree with you, Michael. YouTube is definitely my number one. And it's not even close. My Instagram's been growing a bit. I don't mind Instagram. I don't do much on it, so maybe I should. But yeah, all my content is made with YouTube in mind. And then if I can use something somewhere else, I do. Especially as a bait maker, because we're viewed as teaching. I used to have my category for my channel and my lives and my videos and everything as sports. And I found out through AI, like it or not, some people love it, some people hate it. But I asked Gemini, hey, this is what I have a YouTube channel. This is what I do on it. I have my category set up as sports, and it was like, oh, no, don't do that. Like, if you were fishing, then that's what you would want to do. Your best category is how-to and style, just because of the how-to part. And ever since I switched my category on my channel to how-to, and I've started doing the how-to as my category on my videos, I mean, now, don't get me wrong, I made like 20 changes all at once, so I don't know which change had the most impact, but that was one of them, and everything has been improving. Views went up, everything went up. I guess it helps the algorithm understand what you're doing a little bit better, because it makes sense that I'm teaching people how to do something. Teaching people how to make a certain color, or how to shoot a mold a certain way to get a certain effect. Oh, that's hilarious. At least I'm not a boomer. Gracious. I gotta get this thing lifted up. I'm gonna end up looking like Quasimodo over here if I keep doing these lives for you guys. Hunched over. Make sure that's not my wife. Nope, nope. Spam, spam. Nope, no. Nope, no. Oh, okay. Sorry, gentlemen. Everything is shot. Let the demold. Oh, it's still in there. Bandito. Very nice. All right. I'm just gonna trade these for now. Gemini is an AI engine that Google made. So if you have, I don't even know, maybe Apple does too, but I have a Samsung phone and it was just on it one day. And it's just an app. So for me anyway, you can do it through your laptop too, just Gemini.com. And what can't it do really? I don't use it for bait creation. I don't use it for editing. I use it, so I will say that my biggest use of Gemini, when I'm doing a YouTube video, I literally go into Gemini and say, please write me an SEO optimized YouTube title, description, hashtags, and video tags for a video about, and then I just, to the most detail I can give it, tell it what my video is about to be about, and hit go, and it within 10 seconds goes, and there's everything. And it's like, here's 4 YouTube titles. If you want one that's catchy, if you want one that's pro, if you want one that's mysterious, you know, like you have options to choose from. You can copy and paste them in. The reason that you want to do that is because think of the algorithm, think of the YouTube algorithm like the internet, basically. I mean, it's a computer, right? So who better to tell you how to speak computer language than a computer, right? So it knows what the YouTube algorithm is looking for. So it uses keywords, it uses phrases in your video description so that the algorithm, when it reads your description, goes, okay, I know exactly what this video is about. And if it's right, and then it will put it in front of the right viewers, then you're going to get more views, people are going to watch longer, you're going to get more likes, you're going to get more comments. And then when that happens, the algorithm goes, oh, people really like this, and then it pushes it out more and more. It was not that long ago. It was probably a year ago when I realized that when you post a video on YouTube, it doesn't just go out to everybody, right? It's not just like, boom, here's the whole world can see it. Like, it pushes it in front of a test group first. Every time you upload a video, it goes bloop to this test group. And if it does well with the test group, then that gets bigger. And if it does well with that, then that gets bigger. And if it does well than that, then that gets even bigger. And then that's, you know, you hope and pray that you go viral. Just because this has been very informative in all sorts of ways. Oh, wow. I just turned that on. I didn't even know what that was. Thank you, Devin. That's awesome. So I guess that's what the gift thing was that I turned on. I just went, yeah, turn it on. I don't really know what that is. Man, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, if you are running any kind, if you own a website, Like, I use it for my websites. If you go and go to bentrodfishingusa.com, and I'm not trying to pump it up, I'm not telling you to buy anything, but just go to my website and then click on a listing and read the description. I didn't write that. I mean, I proofread it, and trust me, you want to proofread it. Just because it's AI does not mean it gets everything right. Sometimes I'll ask it to write a description for a YouTube video, and if I were to just copy and paste it, y'all be like, wait, where's the fishing content? Because sometimes it says, hang around to the end, and we'll show you these 5 huge bass that we caught on this bait. And I'm sitting there going, I never told you that we were going to be on the water with this bait. So you got to go in and you got to delete that. So always proofread everything. Make sure that it gave you what it is that you want, right? You're not, don't rely on AI to do your job for you. Just rely on AI to help you speak to the algorithm in a language that it can accurately understand, so that it's putting your stuff in front of the correct people. That's what you kind of want to focus on, in my opinion. Listen, if you want to, I mean, a lot of people are turned off by like AI art, right? So Nano Banana is part of Gemini. It's called Nano Banana. You can go in there and literally just tell it what to make. You can tell it, I want a YouTube thumbnail, and then blah, 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 blah. Like, the more information you give it, the more accurate it's going to be. But you can tell, as soon as it pops up, you're like, that is super fake, right? I mean, there'll be a fishing rod in it, and the reel's like halfway up the rod. Like, just stuff, you're like, I can't use that like that. And first of all, it looks fake. Second of all, there's a ton of stuff in that picture that's just not right, right? So, and a lot of times when people see that, they're like, and people are adverse to that. So be very careful about using images created by AI. The only image I have used so far, bait chucking, man, you're awesome. Thank you guys so much. That's crazy. Never expected my first live. So here's the only, just so you guys can see, this is the only AI art that I have used yet. And I'm coming right back, but this is it for those of you who weren't here before. Right? So I just took a picture of me sitting here. Actually, it was just a still. I took a screenshot of one of my videos, and I was sitting here and said, I make baits. I have a YouTube channel. This is what I do. Da, 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 da. Make a caricature of me. And that's what it came up with. So I took that, put it into Adobe, made my logo, animated, put my other social handles on the side, put a background behind it, and it was done. It took me 5 minutes because AI created that picture. But I'm not passing that off as something real, right? I'm not trying to like make money off of it. I'm just saying, hey, this is a fun little graphic, and I'll change them out as time goes on. But anyway, I'm starting to get into my opinion, so I'll try to leave it at fact. I think I'm probably missing comments. Let me slow down making baits. And now my videos are showing up in the searches. Yep. I already have the air advice video open in another tab. That's awesome. I watched one YouTube live stream, Michael. She says not to use Super Chat because YouTube takes a lot of it. Is that true? It's a 70-30. Yeah, I did see that. They take 30%. They do. And I think that's not just that's with basically anything. I did connect my website to my channel. So like if you go to the actual like Bent Rod YouTube channel, you'll see that now there's a tab that says store. And you can click on that and you can see some of my baits. I'm assuming it's not taking that money because when you click on the listing, it actually takes you to my website. So if I find out that they're taking 30% of that money, I'll be turning that off because I'm not giving them that. But yeah, that's true. 70% is better than nothing. That's why I turned it on. My wife was like, that's stupid. And I was like, well, I'm not going to say anything about it. Like I didn't. Oh, I can like that. I can heart it. I need to do that. Sorry guys, this is my first. No, don't do that. Scroll down. No, that's not what I want you to do. Stop doing what I don't want you to do. There we go. Heyo. Heyo. Okay. I like them. All right. They don't take anything from the store tab. I assumed that they did. Thank you for confirming that. Yeah, I was a little like, so as soon as I made it live, I went to my channel. I was like, looked for it, and clicked on the listing, and it went straight to my Wix website. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'm sure they can't, if they're not actually hosting it, then they can't justify taking money from the store. So that's cool. What is cool, and honestly, the reason why I got on TikTok was because Ron, one of my pro staffers, was like, hey, do you realize that if you're on TikTok and you do a video that has the rig in it, let's say it's got Voodoo, like, okay, well, tactical nuke, right? So my new drop shot bait, the tactical nuke Voodoo. So if I were to put a video out that I was, you know, hey, look, on TikTok, woo, look how sexy this bait is. You can tag the bait, and if somebody goes, man, that's awesome, and it goes, bloop, buy it here. And it's in the video, and they click it, and they're literally one more click away from buying that. And it's like an impulse thing. When he told me that, I was like, oh, okay. Well, I've always hated TikTok. It always just seemed like one more place for teenage girls to dress up in bikinis and shake their butts in your face, and I'm just kind of tired of that crap. Instagram is flooded with enough of that crap. I had never gotten on TikTok, but when I heard that, I was like, all right, I'm doing TikTok, because if it can help with sales and can help keep Bent Rod going, then I'm going to do what I have to do, and I'll just ignore all the crap that's on there. But now that I have my shop connected to YouTube, I can do that with my YouTube videos. Like, I can go and look at a certain point where I just demolded, or yeah, like when I open this up, boom, hey, look at this. Right there at that point in the video, I can have a little box come up, boom, and if you want to purchase them, you can click on it and purchase them. Like, that's really cool. I hope it's not obnoxious. I've put it in a couple of my old videos. I haven't done it in any current videos yet. But if you go and watch the Voodoo video, it should pop up. The Vegas night video, it should pop up. There's a couple of points where a little box would pop up to where if you wanted to, you could click on it and it will literally take you to my website for that listing and you could purchase it. So that's just cool. I need to drive more people to my website, and honestly, I have more eyes on me in YouTube than I do anywhere else in the world. So the fact that has just been unlocked for me, that's a game changer for Bent Rod. It really is. As long as it doesn't become a negative, as long as people aren't like, ugh, I preferred Bent Rod when he wasn't trying to sell you stuff all the time. Like, I don't want it to become that way. I still want to do custom builds. I still want to help people and help other people grow and whatnot. That's my goal. But in order to continue to do that goal and not be punching a time clock, I do have to actually make money doing this. So anyway, where'd the other ones go? Oh, I put them on the pay. Don't tear it. All right. Yeah, so Carl and I, as he is saying, will be doing a YouTube live. When he sends me all the parts I need to fix my vise, we're going to go live, and so people can see. I hesitate to say it because I love the company so much, and everybody I've spoken to at this company has been super kind and very helpful, but I will tell you, the air vise from Ultra Molds is not what I was hoping it was going to be. And Carl's going to help me fix that. So I know a lot of people have bought their air vices, so I don't know how I can word that without it looking like I'm crapping on Ultra Mold, so I'm probably just going to leave that part out, like in the thumbnail and in the description. But you know, if somebody comes in and goes, well, what air vice is that? I mean, part of what I do is telling people, hey, you know, this mold does this or this mold does that, right? I mean, I love Angling AI, love them. But I will never buy another botworm injection mold again. And I don't understand molds that have the port like on the side. Like, that's just, it's not a good way to do a mold. I can't believe I'm saying that because they make some of the best molds I've ever used in my life. The Tracer Shad is the best mold I've ever shot. So, love them, but the botworm mold's not right. And I'm sorry, I love Ultra Molds. But their vise is kind of garbage. it really is not good. And Carl's going to help me fix it. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. Bubble. Daggone it. Oh, I wish I could put I'm sure I can. I don't know how though, so I'm not going to do it. I had, so my two newest members on my pro staff are actually in high school still. A lot of people go pro staff. They're in high school. They fish the high school Bassmaster circuit. They have gone to the high school Bassmaster National Championship every year. These kids are hammers, and both of them just got scholarships to go to college for fishing. Like, so I was like, oh, okay, like this is awesome. So I extended an offer. I was like, hey guys, I'd love to support you. You know, I'm not 6 cents. I'm not Guggen. I can't offer you, 20 grand and all this stuff, but I can make sure that when it comes to bent rod baits, you want for nothing. And they were like, oh my goodness, Mr. Charles, thank you so much, So anyway, keep your eyes out for my next short. I'm waiting for him to send me the live scope footage because he says he actually recorded the screen of it. But I will tell you, there's only 9 people in here, so I'm not letting the rabbit out of the hat for too many people. They were out on Lake Anna in Virginia, and they were mainly catching stripers on the tracer shad. If you guys saw my video, the Ghost Minnow X, they're the first people to have it. I gave those minnows to them. I said, please go out, test these, let me know. JL, what's going on, man? And so they went out to Lake Anna with Ghost Minnow X, and he told me the night before, he's like, hey, we're going out to Anna, testing Ghost Minnow X. I'll send you pictures if we have luck. I was like, hey, if you can record, please record. I was like, you two are both on my staff. You two out there fishing together, that's great content. Even if you only catch dinks, that's great content, right? I'll welcome you to the Bent Rod Pro staff with a little like hype up video for you. And the first pictures they sent me, they doubled up on big, huge striped bass. Like, and if you've ever fished at Lake Anna in Virginia, there's some big stripers in there. So they're both holding giant stripers with Ghost Minnow X out. So I was like, man, that's awesome. About an hour later, I get a video and followed up with a text, holy crap, Mr. Charles, watch this. And so I'm sitting down there, I'm like, okay, well, I got to drop what I'm doing. I got to watch this video. And I click go. They had their phone set up behind them, and you can see them both sitting up there, shaking the minnow, fishing, and then boom, one of them sets the hook, and the Clark beside him goes, ooh, that's a big striper. And about 5 seconds later, that thing came up, shallowed up, and they both, I'm not going to do what they did because I'll probably accidentally knock that, but it was like somebody threw a live grenade on the deck of their boat. Those kids are like, it's a largemouth, it's a largemouth, holy crap. They're flipping out like he's tripping over himself to get, and I'm just sitting here watching it with a smile on my face as big as Texas. And he picks up, they cut the camera before they weighed it, but it had to have been at least 6 pounds. I mean, it was a pretty big bass, and they're just like, oh, that's right, bent rod, Ghost Minnow X. It's the coolest video that anybody's ever done for me to hype up a bait that I made. I can't wait. So I messaged Thomas, and I was like, hey, did you get live scope footage of this? Because I want to do an overlay so that people can watch it live, like what you were seeing on the screen. He said, absolutely. So I'm going to get that footage, and I'm going to make a short out of it. It's going to be entertaining, to say the least, because the energy that hit as soon as they saw that it was a largemouth, they flipped out, and I'm telling you will be dying. Somebody could have punched me in the face, they wouldn't have knocked the smile off my face. It was awesome. And thank goodness Ghost Minnow X works, because I made some bold claims, but I knew it did. I mean, it's not like I created it. Ghost minnows are popular in the winter. All right, let me make sure I'm not missing comments here. Oh, I am missing comments. If you like the tracer, you got to try the tactical shad. There's a wing from Kirby. Ah, I know. I've been looking at that mold. I've been looking at a bunch of molds from Kirby. I really I think his name's Lance, if I'm not mistaken. I was going to try to use him to do custom molds when Ross kind of went on a hiatus. But he is, when it comes to customs, he's mainly doing molds for like Zorns and like big production machines, which I don't blame him because that's like 20, 30 grand a pop. So he's not really doing very many custom creations for small guys like us, right? Or at least he was like a year out when I talked to him. He's not doing it, but he was so behind with all these big production molds that it just wasn't something I could move forward with. But I've been looking at it. So little hint for any of you guys out there who like the rig, there is a winged rig coming, and I'm really excited about it. I will have more information on that soon, but I have already sent the digital file for the bait to the custom manufacturer. He's looked at it and said, absolutely, we can do this. So the rig, unrigged, I'm not going to have it pre-rigged because you don't really fish the winged rigs as a hover, right? It's more of like ball head. You want it to kind of get that rock. So they're not going to be pre-rigged, which is probably fine because a lot of guys are starting to lean towards the unrigged because it's just more versatile. You don't have to fish it as a hover rig. You can take a jig and fish it as a hover rig, but you can, nose hook it. You can fish it as a trailer. There's so much more you can do with it unrigged. So anyway, that is coming. Yeah, that tactical shed looks really good, but that winged fluke is worth every penny. Yeah, 10 baits per shot. It's a 10 cavity mold. That's nice. Is it Michael? Is it individual? I mean, is it a single port or is it individual port? That doesn't even matter. Can you laminate it? If it's single and it will laminate, I'm probably going to go buy it today. Because going choo, 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 it gets old after a while. But a lot of single port molds, you can't laminate. Stone molds and the aluminum molds in terms of quality. Oh. Single port, it's badass, and yes, it laminates. Holy crap. Okay, well, I'm getting that. So JL, to answer your question, I mean, we could really get caught up in the minutia of the difference between a stone mold and an aluminum mold, but I'll put it to you in a metaphor. Stone mold is a bicycle, and an aluminum mold is a Maserati. That's it. And the stone mold is a bicycle that's missing a tire. They're garbage. They're absolute garbage. They do not produce quality baits at all. There's an issue with heat. They're really, 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 really bad molds. That's why they're so cheap. A lot of guys will buy them when they're getting into bait making because they're not sure like if they're gonna like it, and they're exponentially less expensive than a CNC aluminum mold. Daggone, another bubble. What am I'm yapping too much. I'm not concentrating enough. But if you're gonna get serious about bait making at all, stone molds are not the way to go at all. You're wasting what little money you're spending, in my opinion. But guys, there's a lot of bait makers in here. Speak up if you've had different experiences. You will not hurt my feelings. Yeah. Yeah, you got to coat them. Yeah, they're a pain. Those are good. That voodoo that you do so well. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 bags. I'm missing around a couple, so we need to keep it going. Heat transfer is an issue. That is an issue. A buddy of mine who was in here before, Noah, I don't know if you're still watching, but Noah bought a stone mold probably a week ago. And I will not quote what the text messages said, because I would have to put an explicit lyrics on this YouTube live, but the text was just like, beep, 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 this stone mold, beep, 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 can't believe I wasted my money, beep, 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 beep. I mean, it's just, he was not, and it was only like $30. Like, it's not like he spent hundreds of dollars on it, but he was like, this thing is complete garbage. I was like, I told him, I said, man, I wish you would have asked me before you bought it. I would have told you not to waste your money or your time on it. But he's pretty serious about making baits. Like, he wants to make really, really good baits. If you're just like, I'm not sure if I want to do this, this might be fun, it might not, then yeah, buy a stone mold to see if making baits is something that you even want to do, but don't hinge the results of the bait on deciding whether or not it's what you want to do, because the results are not going to be good. But it would be a way for you to, less expensive, experience the process to see if it's something you're even willing to do, because depending on what plastic you're cooking, it's kind of like setting a tire fire in your house, especially if you're using Dead On Red Label. Whew! That stuff is, I'm surprised that doesn't just make people drop dead while they're using it. That stuff is harsh. Go Lure Works, Pour Saw Pro. It's not nearly as bad. I mean, it's almost not there. Yeah. I've never owned one. I've just heard a lot about them. Yeah, I have heard that you have to lube them up. I mean, heck, you know, my experience could be user error. I'm not too proud to admit that. But if that's the case, then it's a lot of user errors. I've never seen anybody say, I love my stone molds. So it's like seasoning the pan. Yeah, I guess that's, yeah. Keeping it from sticking. Yeah, the plastic wants to stick to the stone molds from what I understand, so you gotta lube them up to keep, why do I keep putting this away? To keep that from happening, yeah. That's true. Dipping tubes. Yep. Or even open pour, even though, I mean, open pour is it's a very different process than injection, so I guess, although so is dipping tubes. Yeah, if you want to dip your toe into injection to see if it's something that you like, just look for low cavity. BassTackle.com has a lot of like 1 and 2 cavity molds that you can get for like 50 or 60 bucks. And that way you're not in deep if it's something that you just decide you hate. And if you have a quality mold, you won't have trouble offloading it. I've sold multiple molds that I bought. Angling AI, who else? I think mainly Angling AI. I had their Bloodline swim bait. I ended up selling that. Loved it. Great mold. Really cool bait. But the process was just so in depth and it was so time consuming that when you're doing this for a living and you're trying to make money off of your baits, you can't spend 25 minutes on 5 baits. It's just not feasible. And I wasn't experienced enough to think in those terms yet. So I ended up selling that mold. Oh, I had a couple Do It molds that I sold because Do It's another one if you want to get into it. Do It has cheap molds. Bug Molds has cheaper molds. Now you might not offload a Do It or a bug mold if you decide you don't like it as fast as you will an Angling AI or even a Bass Tackle mold. I mean, really, Angling AI is kind of the way to go. The quality's top notch. I mean, nobody out there is making better molds than Angling AI in general. There are people out there making molds that are just as good, but not better. And they make them at such a high volume that their prices are actually very reasonable. I'm just ignoring chat. I don't know. Oh, there we go. When it was an issue, $5 so. Way cheaper to start by dipping tubes. Yep. After a while, it gets saturated. Oh, does it? Okay. Yeah. If you're looking to get younger people into it, you could even go like an open pore silicone to just kind of give them a taste of it. It's not injection, but it'll at least get them fishing baits that they've made and understanding the process of cooking plastic, past 350 and all that. Heck, I've got a couple that I don't use. I'd be happy to give them to you. Back when Bent Rod was doing nothing but airbrushing hard baits, I was in a Facebook group for soft plastics when I was just starting to consider looking into it, and I didn't ask anybody for anything. I just asked for information. It was like, hey, I'm thinking about getting into this. I've only ever airbrushed. does anybody have any advice? And a guy hit me up on Facebook Messenger and was like, hey, you know, I know you don't know me, but if you're willing to give me your shipping address, I'll send you everything you need to get started. I don't even remember the guy's name. Heck, for all I know, it was probably Carl. He was so so generous. I was like, okay, yeah, I gave him my address, and like a week later, I get a box with Pyrex cups, pucks, like full pucks to cut up and melt down, and like 3, I don't know where they are, I haven't unpacked them yet, like 3 or 4 silicone open pour, like paddle tail swim bait molds. Like, just very, very generous and friendly, helpful of the guy. He got me into it. I don't use those molds, but it got me into it. You too, Michael. Thanks for stopping by, brother. What time is it? Almost 1. Okay. Let's see how much plastic I got left. I need to do some rigs. Oh yeah, we're getting low. All right. I'm gonna switch over and do some of my older customs. Get these demolded. Mayfly? Oh, I should probably shoot the mayfly. I'm glad you said that. I forgot about that. I do need some. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Come here. I do need some mayflies. Thank you, sir. Yeah, it's a good mold. With me moving to West Virginia, from what I understand, the trout fishing here is a lot better than it was in Virginia. So I plan on getting into doing some trout fishing this spring. Apparently they're the stocking program here in good old West by Golly greatly dwarfs the stocking program in Virginia, from what I'm being told. Is there any cons to the shooting star considering purchasing one? It's a good question. So, like con? Not really. There are some things that I guess. Hold on, let me hang these up. Hold on. Get on there. Okay. So cons for the shooting star, like legit con? No, it's a game changer. If you're thinking about it, that means you can afford it. Do it. You won't regret it. If I worked for Ultra Molds and they said, "Hey, we need you to improve the shooting star," then there are some things that I would change. How do I with all the cameras I have going? Well, you know what the shooting star looks like if you're thinking about getting one, so you know. So the ports, right? So you've got the center port. Oh, I guess you can kind of see it in the camera. There. So you've got this center port, and that pulls from both pots. And then I've got this port that only pulls from this pot, and this port that only pulls from this pot. The issue is this port connects to the pot, but there's a runner, right? Like it's not on the edge. So where you stick it in, there's a run. I don't know how long it is. but that gets full of plastic. Well, I'm only using the center port. As you can see, I'm making a solid color bait, right? I got the Shooting Star Mini. This isn't a dual color bait. It's a solid color bait, but I'm still using the center port because if I just mix up 2 batches of the color, put the same color in each one, and just use the center port. Here's why. If you only use one pot, right, then the pot you're not using becomes a heat sink, if you will. So your plastic, it might say, like right now it says 309, but if this pot were empty, if I had this pot at 309, but this pot were empty, this pot is not at 309. It'll say it's at 309, but it's actually not. This would be pulling heat from it, even though it's reading 309, it would be more like 300, and that can matter, especially if you're trying to shoot at lower temperatures. So, which is desirable. So that's something that I would make it to where there weren't any. There was only one, because this thing, the plastic gets in there and it just cooks and it cooks and it cooks. Right? I'm not pulling plastic through that. So I've been on this live. Does it tell me how long this has been going? I don't know. I don't know when I started. I've been doing this live for a couple of hours. So for a couple of hours, that plastic has been sitting in this line that connects this to this pot and this to this pot for hours. So if I were to pull that out right now, it's black. It's like charcoal and gross. And it literally smells like a tire fire, right? They need to get rid of those. Like, nobody needs that. And when you use one pot, it messes everything up anyway. You need to get rid of this and get rid of that. And just have everybody use this. And if you're going to do a small batch of, I mean, if it's that small of a batch of a single color, just use a traditional injector in a cup, right? If you're buying a Shooting Star, you're probably trying to up your production. You're not doing 2 cups of plastic at a time, right? That's not the point of the Shooting Star. If I'm going to do 2 cups, I just put it in a Pyrex cup, grab my N2 injector, and do it that way. So that is one thing that I would say is an issue. The other thing that I wish could be changed or improved upon is cleaning them. And it's not that it's hard, it's not difficult, it's just that there's really no way to completely clean out the lines while it's hot. So like if I wanted to, after I shot this color of Voodoo, if I wanted to then turn around, especially if I wanted to turn around and shoot white pearl, well, I've got this crazy aggressive color in these lines. So I would have to pull quite a bit of plastic through this and just throw it away in order to get all that stuff out if I was going to not let it cool. Now, if you let it cool down and solidify and then turn it back on, then you let it get to about 260 degrees, you can take your injector, pull it back, stick it on, and instead of pulling, you're pushing air in, and it will push those plugs in, and you can pull those out. That's how you do it. But if you're wanting to do more than one color a day, there's really, that I have seen anyway, there's really no good way of cleaning these lines out. So basically, I do one color a day. I can do a crap ton of that color a day. You don't run the risk of overheating it by putting it in the microwave all the time. The digital, yeah, I keep it low. Right now I'm at 310 on both of these. So my temps are really low. I don't run the risk of curling the flake. I don't run the risk of messing anything up. I don't run the risk of overheating it. I'm not getting a facial of fumes all day long by hanging out over a cup. The pros greatly outweigh the cons. But I guess if there were cons, that's them. If you're new to my channel, you'll learn. Don't ask me questions that you don't want a 10-minute explanation on. Oh yeah, I talk. I do that. Sorry, but yeah, that's what I would change. Now that you know that, if you're thinking, yeah, I don't like that either, when you order your Shooting Star, tell them you don't like that, because apparently they can make you plugs to where you can take this port off and you can literally like put this plug in there and it will essentially delete this. It'll go all the way to the edge of the pot and then it won't hold plastic in there. So it doesn't gunk it up. So I have reached out to them. I know Carl's going, I told you I would do it. See him making comments. So Carl's going to actually make me plugs for these. Because I expressed that that's DVL Customs there. So yeah, if you end up having issues with your Shooting Star and Ultramolds is going to make you wait too long, reach out to DVL Customs. He can I'm confident he can hook you up. He's hooking me up. He's going to make me the rods, because I reached out to Ultramolds 4 months ago asking for these deleters and I still haven't gotten them. So I love those guys. Rupert is awesome, and the girls that answer the phone are a blessing to the earth. It's a great company to work with, but I still don't have my plugs to delete these things. So, you know, it's what it is. Carl, I guarantee you will get them to me long before Ultramodes does. I'm just hoping it doesn't void a warranty. I just won't tell them. Hopefully they're not watching this live. But no, game changer. Absolute game changer. Are you planning on getting the full or the mini? I'm sure I'm missing comments there. Oh, not that many. You're getting a neighbor. Uh-oh. Who's moving to West Virginia? When you compare pennies to dollars, think that Stonewall makes worth especially. But if matte finish bothers you, I got a fix for that. Carl has a fix for everything. There is, and that's not a diss. That's not a joke. He does. He has a fix for all the things. That suck air? No. Okay, good. I wanted a 10-minute explanation. Well, then you're in the right spot. Yeah, I can't say enough positive things about the Shooting Star. I really can't. There's 100 positives and like 3 negatives. So I don't know that I have very many things in my life that I can say that about. Daggone it. Bubbles. I'm not concentrating. The mini, yeah, I went with the mini. I haven't had any, and to be honest with you, I've never even pushed the mini to its max. I only put 4 cups in 4 cups. I want to say it says it can hold 6 and 6, but honestly, when I put 4 cups in it, I'm pretty sure you could put 8 cups in both sides of these. So, and I think that's what the main Shooting Star says you can do. So you could probably put more than that if it's the same. I've never done it. I've only ever done 4 and 4. But as you know, as time goes on and sales increase and seasons get busy, then I will be pushing these to the max for sure. All right, that's the last full hook of tracers. That's good. All right. Here, not running any more tracers. Woohoo! Amazon. The Amazon man is here. I know you do, Carl. Nice. Have you made Smalley Smash? I'm not making fruit salad on the live today. That's Noah, right? I think. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm only doing Voodoo on the live today, and actually, I'm getting close to the end of my my run. I need to switch over. I'm going to do some mayflies. Thankfully, JL mentioned the mayfly, and I remembered I needed to do it. JL, if you're still in here, I know you're local, and I know Noah, I've already told you about it, but Jake's Bait and Tackle on the 25th, there's like a kayak show. You should come down if you're available for it. I will be set up there with all of my new baits. I have a new trick worm. I have a new drop shot bait, the tactical Nuke, if you haven't seen that. Well, here you go. Here you go, Noah. Here's some fruit salad. This is a almost just under 3-inch drop shot worm. Sorry, it's a GoPro. It doesn't focus very well at all. But I will have those, and I will have my new, I think I told you about this in Richmond, my new paddle tail. So I got that, and I'm doing big runs on it. So I will have all of these. I'm debuting them at Jake's on February 25th. So if you can make it, come on down. There's going to be, you're a kayak guy. This is like where people come and flex and show like their crazy cool setups on their kayaks. A lot of NVKBA guys. I think there's a couple Smalley Chaser guys that are in there usually. But it's a good show. And I mean, Jake's is awesome. To support Jake's Bait and Tackle is never a bad thing. All right, let's see here. River rigs. Do I need river rigs? Let me look. JL might not be here. I'll have to text him. Oh, Bait Chuckin sent me a video. SDG has a new video. I mean, you know, he doesn't. Don't leave the live. All right, I've got some stuff to look at. Oh, stock. Oh, I'm out of it in the river rig. I definitely need the river rig. Okay. Ta-ta-ta. Rig. Combo. If I don't need pre-rigged, I'll do my single shot. Oh, 100%. All right, cool, man. Well, hopefully I'll see you there. Unrigged. There's only 2 and only 1 pre-rigged. Okay. Pre-rigged. Let's load these up. Don't bump the tripod. So if you're just joining us, actually Michael, Bait Chuckin from 8-Bit, just informed us that, because I sent him some of this bait, the Mogambo pre-rigged, he said one of the new live things he's going to do is should you throw it, and the Mogambo is going to be the first bait he features, so keep an eye out for that. Unless he goes, this is a horrible bait, then don't watch. That's not a good video to watch. Good, that's good. Okay. Don't want to forget. No, it's too tall. Okay. We'll have to do that one later. All right. Oh, you know what? One more thing. It's not a con. If the guy who asked about the pros and cons for the shooting star, if you're still here, it's not a con, but keep in mind that if you get distracted, like phone rings or, I don't know, a kid starts screaming downstairs because it sounds like they broke their leg. I don't know your life. Dog starts going crazy. One of the things that can happen, and actually I can show you. I'll show you here in a minute what I'm talking about, but doing this is important every now and then, especially if you have walked away from your shooting star. I did not ever think about this. Well, here, I'm just going to show you so I don't forget, because I tend to rabbit trail. I was shooting some of my bluegill color the other day, and I noticed that some of the baits coming out, all the glitter was on one side of the bait. Like the other side of the bait had no glitter in it. That had, see, no glitter, and then you flip it over, glitter. What happens is, in your lines, you get that plastic that pulls in there, and the glitter slowly but surely settles. And then if you just hook it up and pull, then all your glitter is on one side of the plastic. I did a couple of runs, and I was like, what the heck? Why is this happening? And then it hit me. I put the injector on, worked it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then started getting perfect baits again. So that was literally a first for me less than a week ago. But again, not a con, just something to keep in mind. The glitter will settle. plug. You mean between the two ports on the single? Lay it on me, brother, if you want to type it. If not, we can hop on a call, or you can explain it when we do our live. Because my window's open and I have to be kind of loud because I don't know what you guys can hear. Every now and then my neighbors are outside. They're like, what the heck is he doing? I got all these lights. I don't know. They probably think I'm running an OnlyFans up here. It's been so cold, like none of them know what I do for a living yet. I haven't really met many of them. I see them looking up here all the time going, oh, what's he doing? Yeah, I'm up here cooking math. Especially when they walk outside and they hear me talking about Heisenberg. They go, I'm gonna have the Berkeley County cops up here banging on my door, coming in through the windows. From what I understand, it's kind of a problem in this area too. So I'm laughing. I guess that could happen. Nice. That was too hot. Too hot. What's that mean? Chat rate 1. I've had a lot more than one chat. I don't understand all these YouTube analytics. Concurrent viewers. I guess that means there's 12 people in here, 72 people total. I'll tell you what, for doing it unannounced in the middle of a work day, it's not bad. I'll take it. All right. don't think they use poppy for cocaine. I think poppy's opium. I mean, I don't know. I mean, where did I learn that? Oh, I'm pulling air. Yeah, I'm almost out of plastic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure poppy is made to use opium. They use the leaves of the coca plant to make cocaine. But funny all the same. Hello. There we go. Heroin. Okay. How's the new house? Into. How's it going, dude? I don't know what that means. Oh, oh. Into. Oh, that's not into. That's not the injector into. That's Into the Wild. Yeah. I've seen your channel. I think I've seen your channel. Let me see the logo. Yeah. On TikTok? I think I've seen you on TikTok. Look familiar. Welcome. What do you say? Just dropped in. How's it going? Oh, sorry. Yeah, saw that you were here. Didn't see what you said. It's going well. Actually, I'm getting near the end of a run of Voodoo. New neighbors, Poppy, into how's the new house and setup working out? Really well. We're very happy. Very happy. Very tired. It's been nonstop. The house is great. We love the area. Love what few neighbors we've met so far have been great. But the house has not had any updates or renovations to it since like 1993. So we are literally, my wife and I are walking around like this. She'll look at me and goes, "Does your right knee hurt?" And I'm like, "For me, it's my left knee." And then we're comparing what hurts. Yeah, we're in our 40s and we're DIYers. So we're doing everything ourselves. So we're ripping up flooring and putting new flooring down and installing new lighting and painting and trim and home ownership, right? It started from day one. But we love it. We love it. So yeah, it's going really well. Thank you for asking. Rod's just drug savvy now. I won't get into that, but I will say that I spent some of my youth in a regretful way. I'll put it to you that way. Very lucky that I'm still a free man. Life changed. Life turned around. That's that I'm willing to talk about if you want to talk about it, but I'm not. I don't want to talk about what I did in the past. That was young and dumb. Must be at least that's what some people. Growing up, I had a friend with some issues. He showed up to probation eating a poppy pickle. Oh, it's in there. Prius in the background? Not my Prius. I don't own a Prius. Oh, this? No, that's my neighbor's Kia. No, I don't own a Kia either. Hopefully my neighbor didn't find my YouTube channel and watch me. No, Kias are garbage. And if you have one, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to step on your toe, but I used to sell cars and they literally are not, they're not well-made vehicles. No, but no, that's not a Prius, I don't think. Oh, yeah, can you see that? Oh, yeah, there is a Prius over there. That's my other neighbor. I haven't met them yet. Yeah, that is a Prius. I feel like you're judging me for that. That is not my, I promise you, that is not, I drive a Ram. You're probably going to judge me for that too, but no, I have a 1500. Coco's cheaper, it depends. Oh man, this chat is devolving. I need to get some Black Betty playing in the background. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Little 3-inch for anybody who's not familiar with what I make. Little Little 3-inch split tail minnow, Voodoo. Okay. I've had the rarest Camry in North America, 6-speed manual. Okay, and a '98 Civic hatch. I had a hatchback. It was not a Civic. First car I ever owned was a Mazda hatchback. I wish I could say I loved that car. I did not. But it was $400. Bought it at auction. Here's the mayflies that JL was talking about. They look really good in this color too. That is a Woo Molds mold. Yeah. Yeah, split tail minnows are blowing up right now too, man. Everybody's coming out with new minnows. Little pre-rigged curly tail action. Pretty sweet bait. M223. I don't know what you mean by M223. Lay them out later. Yeah, it's funny that you say that. I had one of my pro staff is about to be fishing that was on Rayburn, I think. And one of my pro staffers, he's a high school Bassmaster angler. There's a high school open on Rayburn soon, and he actually took a screenshot of Cherry saying, "Oh, this is what I was catching him on," and he wants this bait. He was like, "Mr. Charles, can you do this color in the Mogambo?" I said, "I mean, chartreuse with silver flake, yeah." Yeah, I can do it. He said he wants to go down there and give him a shot. We'll see. I'm just glad he wasn't catching them on like a difficult color to copy. I looked at it, I was like, oh, yeah, I can make that. Any bait maker can make that. Oh, for sure. I think the finesse swing's already started. The finesse swing came with the emergence of a forward-facing sonar, really. Most of the guys who fish my baits are scopers. I mean, not all of them, but a lot of them. A lot of them. And they shine. The split-tail minnows, just shaking it. I don't care. I know it's a controversial topic. I don't care if people want to use scope. Doesn't matter to me. I love it, actually, because most of my baits are great for scope. So those guys they're all about my baits. What am I going to do? Talk crap about the technology that's helping me sell baits? I didn't make them for it. Live scope isn't the reason why I did what I did, but I'm benefiting from it. So it is what it is. It's here to stay. You know, I mean, they're not going to get rid of it. They may make certain tournaments that you can't use it in, but it's not going to go away. So people can either get angry and shake their fists and cuss, or they can get over it and wait for it to be more affordable. Honestly, I think most, not everybody, but and this is my honest opinion, I think the vast majority of people who get on their high horses and just talk nothing but smack about LiveScope is because they can't afford it. And that's just the flat out truth. It is expensive. And look, I will say this, I don't like watching Bassmaster or MLF when guys are using it. It makes watching fishing boring. 100%. I'm with you on that. That's a fact. It makes watching fishing super boring. But it's not going anywhere. It is a great tool. And when sonar came out at all, people were saying the same thing. It's cheating. It's not going to last. It should be banned. And then now everybody's got a little, at least a little Striker 4, right? I mean, everybody's got some kind of electronic. Eventually, LiveScope will be affordable. Like when my first big screen TV, my first high def big, it was a 60-inch TV. It was like $3,000, and it wasn't like super faint. I mean, it was like a Samsung. It was like $3,500. It took my entire tax return check to get it. I'll never forget. 2 years later, walking through Walmart and seeing the exact same TV for $500. I mean, the one thing that is getting cheaper is technology, right? Groceries are going through the roof, and you can't afford to buy a house. Even here I am in a house I just bought. But you know, real estate and the necessities of life are becoming more expensive. But if you want a smartphone or a flat screen TV, they're dirt cheap now. I think LiveScope is destined to go the same route, especially once more people throw their hat in and there's more competitors in the market. And more older versions, right? People start selling their older stuff than the guys who, and you watch, the guys who've been like, once they can afford one, they'll quietly fade from the scene and you'll see them out there doing the old scope or jiggle. Oh yeah, for sure. You can. What's up, Nathan? Yeah, I will tell you, most of the guys that I know that have forward-facing sonar, they will tell you, yes, I do catch more fish. Not a ton more, I do catch more fish. But what all of them have told me is the biggest benefit of it is they have learned so much about fish habits because you can see. You can see what they're doing. Like if you're casting into the blind, even if you're marking fish on side scan, or on traditional electronics, even if you're marking fish and you know there's fish in the area, you don't know what they're doing, right? You don't know if as soon as your bait goes down there, they're running away. I mean, you don't know. With LiveScope, you know. Like I have stood on Ron's boat, the guy who, my guy, right? My pro staffer, who's most of my fishing content is with Ron. I'll come up there when he's on his scope. And I will watch. Honestly, LiveScope is the reason why I just switched to softer plastic. Because we did a test. I was using Bait Plastics 292 because I wanted a little bit more durability in my baits. And because Bait Plastics messed up Bait Plastics 242, which is what I was using like 2 years ago, I switched to 292 and then I just never switched back. Ron was saying that some of the guys that he knows that are scopers and fish hover rigs, he had given them some of my baits and they said, we love the bait, we love the concept, the pre-rigged fluke, this is awesome, we love the action, but the plastic's just too stiff. And a couple of people have said that and I was like, okay, whatever, that's a couple of people's opinion, I'm not going to change my business based on it. But then we were getting more and more feedback about that. And so I told Ron, I was like, listen, I'm going to make a batch with 292, and then I had bought the LureWorks Pro medium soft, which is like crazy soft if you used it. And I made same exact color, same exact bait, just with the LureWorks really soft plastic and the Bait Plastics 292. And I would say to every fish we caught on the 292, we caught 10 fish on the softer plastic. So we wouldn't have known that those casts with the 292 had fish like darting at it, and then right when they would get to it, they'd peel away. And then we literally would put the rod down, pick up the rod, same color, same bait, same fish, cast it at the same fish, and it would bum rush it and eat it. And that's just over and over and over and over and over. That, I mean, it happened all day long. It wasn't just a one-off, and I was like, okay, fine. It was all day long on Lake Anna. The bass would come up and reject. We would catch one every 30 to 40 minutes on my old plastic, and we were catching one every 5 minutes on the new plastic. And I would not have known that had it not been for forward-facing sonar. So yeah, all of my baits this year, if you have fished my stuff last year, you're going to notice all the plastic is softer, but you're going to be catching a lot more fish. So, is what it is. That was our experience, and so far that's been everybody's experience that has tried the new plastic. Yeah, you know, it's funny that you say salt, because when we made this switch at first, and I regret doing it, the switch I made was softer plastic and salt. And that was stupid, because now I don't know what it was, right? What made the difference? Was it the softer plastic or the salt? And I realized that afterwards. So I made a batch with the same soft plastic, but with no salt, in tracer shads, and I gave them to two other of my pro staffers, two young kids that are fishing in the high school circuit. And I told this story earlier in the live, but they went out to Lake Anna and had a day. Keep an eye on my channel for my next short. It's going to be my next short. Hopefully, they're supposed to get me the live scope footage if it wasn't corrupted. Apparently, about half the time that footage corrupts and it's unusable. If it's not unusable, then I'm going to overlay it so that you can actually see what they were seeing when they were fishing and watch the fish come up, hit the bait. But I can show you, I'll take screenshots of their text messages. They're like, holy crap, that softer plastic is night and day. Like night and day different. This is amazing. And I will show you, I'll put it on, I probably won't because it's talking smack about a big bait company. But these guys were huge Sacramento shad fisher. That's what that was. They said it outfished the Sacramento shad. They were shocked that it outfished the Sacramento shad all day long. And it's softer plastic, and it didn't have salt in it. So I'm thinking it was the softer plastic, not the salt. Salt makes baits more dense, so they sink faster. It doesn't, like a lot of people think, oh, it puts scent in the water. It doesn't put scent in the water. Fish aren't finding it because of the salt. The salt just makes them sink faster. But if you've got it on a jig head or a hover rig, then I don't really know if that's doing anything. I would think salt is way more important on like a Cinco, or if you're fishing something weightless. Texas rig, fluke, weightless, salt would be a big thing because it'll sink faster. You can get down to the level of your fish faster. You can cover more water, yada yada. But anyway, I am pulling air. Let me see if I still have enough plastic to shoot. Oof. We may be done here, fellas. Yeah, it's really low. I might be able to get a couple of these single shots, but we're gonna wrap this up here pretty soon. So I love using softer blends. Oh, I don't care if I only catch a couple fish per bait. The action of soft blends is far better. Yeah, my personal baits on harder side, we get the little devils of a bass here now. Yeah, they're aggressive. Yeah, I've heard that Alabama bass are considered invasive, I think now, aren't they? They're taking over, which is unfortunate. And some of I think they've got them in Kerr. I think that's where my son had to deal with them. But yeah, they're super aggressive. Heck, smallmouth around here are a lot more, let's see if I can do it. A lot more hard on my baits than the largemouth are. You wouldn't think, because the largemouth are typically bigger, but the smallmouth are so aggressive. Guys, I think that's going to do it. Okay, I'm caught up on that. Well, I guess I could melt some of this remelt down, but I think I need to call it. I love the idea of airbrushing soft plastics. There's a guy on TikTok that I watch do it. Starts with an M. Mako, maybe. I don't know if it's Mako. Something like that. He's got these little like a tray where he puts them all in and airbrushes. The back's dark and whatnot. I think it's really awesome. It's a specific kind of paint It's not just like normal airbrushing paint. You can't put regular paint in it. Obviously, that's water-based. It'll wash right off. I still have my airbrushing stuff. I've considered doing that. It's just, it's another step, right? I mean, I already do pre-rigs. I already have a lot of single cavities, so, or individual cavities, I should say. So me restocking already takes so, even with a shooting star, it already takes so much time. I can't imagine having to do what I do. And I think you're supposed to let the baits cure before you paint them. So doing what I do, going through what I do, putting the baits aside that I'm going to paint, let them cure, then bring them back out and paint them, and then let that dry. It's just adding another step into the process that I'm not ready to pull the trigger on, but I will eventually. As bent rod grows, like I plan on doing more and more things. I want to get back into hard baits, but I'm not going to start doing lure blanks. I'm not going to go back to sugar. I mean, sugar tit was great. If anybody out there who paints or who knows who sugar tit is, they are the place to get hard bait blanks, right? Out of Sugar Tit, South Carolina. That's where the name of the business came from. In my opinion, hands down, number one. I don't want to do that. It's the same reason why I make custom molds, right? I don't want to have a table at a show next to a guy who also makes soft plastics, and we're selling the same baits. And that's what I found when I was doing hard baits, right? I love these guys, and they make great baits. Tiger crank baits. First time I went to Richmond, and I had all the same baits that they had. I was like, oh, this sucks. I mean, our paint was different, but and literally they buy from Sugar Tit. Like, I talked to them, loved them to death. And they were like, oh yeah, Shane at Sugar Tit, he's awesome. And I'm sitting here thinking in my head, they're literally selling the same lures that I'm selling. This sucks. And that's when I started looking into customs. I don't like being shopped by people, and I like being on the creative side of things. So anyway, but I definitely want to start doing like resin baits, like two-piece, three-piece glide baits, stuff like that. As we get the house settled, I've got a shed in the back that I might turn into a little wood shop, and start making some blanks, and then making silicone molds for the blanks, and just playing around during the slow season of soft plastic bait making, and try to get some resin baits dialed in. And I can start airbrushing those. I really enjoyed airbrushing. When it comes to making baits, I prefer airbrushing. It really scratches the creative itch more than this does, but this pays the bills, right? I can, in the same amount of time, like I have created, I don't know, 20, 40, 50, 70, 80, 150. I've probably created 200 baits on the live today, and I've spent most of the time yapping. Like if I wasn't on this live, I would have just been going, and especially once Carl hooks me up and I'll have all my molds in here. Once I can put every mold I have in this vise, I will go through a full load of a shooting star in 2 hours. Probably less than that. So I literally, with soft plastics, as long as your sales are there, you can print money. You just got to get the sales there. You need your website up and running. You need your avenues going. This is, to me, as a one-man show, this is the way to make this a business. Once I hire people who can take my recipes and just copy what I'm doing here, I'll be back on the airbrush. You trust and believe that. I miss it a lot, but I got to do what I got to do. But yeah, thanks. That's a great question, JL. Thank you. They are invasive on the river, yes. It's 10 to 1 large. Oh yeah, they're super aggressive. They don't get nearly as big as the largies though, right, Nathan? Like they, I think most largemouth fishermen, when they catch an Alabama bass, they're like, "Damn, where the friggin'?" I mean, they go full Yosemite Sam. They don't want to catch them, from what I understand. I heard they are going out of business. Who's going out of business? Did I miss something? I don't know. I don't know who you mean into. Who's going out of business? Maybe I missed a comment. Christmas tree, plastisol, bonus. I don't know. Alright, well, we can keep chat going while I start the cleanup process. Alright, I am going to kick this on because it's about to get fumey in here. Oh, Sugar Tit. Oh, yeah, duh. I'm talking about Sugar Tit. You heard they're going out of business. I mean, I don't know about I don't know how long a while back was, but they didn't. I know at least as recent as this past holiday season, they were still in business. I think maybe I think he had a health scare. Actually, now that you say that, I want to say I remember like he had like maybe something health wise, or maybe he got in an accident, which would be health, but not like diabetes or something. I mean, I'm not trying to share the guy's life, but it was on Facebook, so I mean he made it public, so I guess that's okay. But I want to say there was something happened. Heading to that's what I like to hear, Carl. But yeah, I think something happened, and they were possibly going to go out of business, but that was a while back, years and years ago. So I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but yeah, he's got all the good blanks, and I send people to him all the time because every now and then I'll go to a show and I'll see somebody who doesn't do YouTube and that I haven't seen in years, and they're like, "Oh, good, you're here. I want to pick up some more of those Whopper Ploppers. You had the best Whopper Ploppers." People, it cracks me up that some people don't understand that I did not make those Whopper Ploppers. Because I've had people, even on like a podcast, somebody would come in on a podcast. It wasn't Fishing the DMV. It was like Marty Lawson, I think. And they were like, "Yeah, I don't understand how you make those Whopper Ploppers so good." I just kind of laughed. I was like, "I'm not trying to step on your toes, and please don't think I'm trying to make you feel foolish, but I don't make those, right? I just paint them." And they were like, "Oh, I thought you made them." I'm like, "What in the world? No. Like, do you understand how big of an operation that is?" It's just, I guess people just don't understand the industry, right? They fish. They don't understand the bait making industry. But, yeah, I have no desire to go back to painting lure blanks that everybody and their mother is painting. If I'm going to go back to painting, it'll be my custom baits that I've made myself, which I really want to. I really want to do that. It's a huge goal of mine. Oh, a few months ago. Oh, that would hurt a lot of people. They're big. Hopefully he sells it. If he does get out of it, that stinks. Customer service was great. I loved Shane. He was great to work with. And I can't say that about everybody in that line of work. There's well, I'm not going to blast them, but there's one business in particular. The guy's a straight up piece of crap. And every single person that I ever met that airbrushes baits, they're all like, "Oh yeah, that dude's a complete." Oh, he's retiring. We're gonna be looking for a roommate, Carl. You coming out to the West Virginia area anytime soon? Lay it on me, brother. I'm gonna. Get out of there. Man, I'll tell you what, it is going to be a very joyous day in the Charles household when I get to a point where I can hire somebody. I mean, right now I do it full time. It supports me, but I'm broke. Thank goodness I have a wife who's amazing at what she does, believes in what I'm doing, and makes a ton of money. Or I probably wouldn't be able to do this full time. I'd be a lot more broke. But yeah, that is our goal, actually. I break it, TV, I'll fixes it. No, I believe that. I believe he would. All right, that's clean. Gotta be in PA. All right, I'm getting the long gloves. We got more people on right now as I'm finishing up than we did when I was making baits. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, we are winding down and wrapping up. Unless you want to see me clean out a shooting star, then hang around. All right. Up to the exhaust fan. Not a shot vac, your vac pump. My vac pump. Like for a vacuum chamber? Is that what you're talking about? I don't have one. I do not have a vacuum chamber. If that's what you mean. And if the guy who was asking about shooting stars is still on, this is the time to clean out your pot while it's hot. Get yourself some good gloves. Don't listen. I know they make them, and Rupert's awesome, but in the video on YouTube saying let it cool down and then go in and peel it out, that is complete garbage. If you notice on those videos when he's cleaning them out, those never have flake in them. Every single video where he's in there just peeling it out all nice and everything comes out clean, there's no flake in any of that plastic. We're not making baits without flake in it. And this stuff sticks like, I mean, you'll be in here with a broken popsicle stick forever trying to clean this thing out. What's up, Michael? Definitely you want to clean these things out while they're hot. And it wipes right out. But do not let your shooting star cool down before you clean it out. Trust me. Unless you did happen to make baits that had no flake in it, then fine. But yeah, those clean out videos are a little misleading if you ask me. And WD-40 is your friend. I told Jason I would sweep floors. Oh, that's funny. Speaking of Jason, I'll tell you, man, I'm gonna have to keep an eye. Although I doubt I would get an invite. I don't own any Epic bait molds. But I have to tell you how jealous I was. Well, Michael, you're in here. I think you were there. You were there. When Epic had the like SDG Michael Marling baits, I'm sitting there just like, what? What? I was about to look up when, the address and just go uninvited and be like, hey guys, how you doing? Y'all don't know me, but I want to meet all of you. I was like, that is the most awesome thing I've ever seen. And I gotta be honest with you, I would fangirl out meeting Nate Marling. Like, I mean, I'd be a 16-year-old girl at a Beatles concert back in the 50s. I binge watched all of his stuff. Funny thing is, my son tried to get me to watch Marling baits for 2 years. And I was like, yeah, I'll get to it. Yeah, I'll get to it. Yeah, whatever, I'll get to it. I just never, it's not like I watched one and didn't meet it. Yeah, the bait maker meetup. I bet that was fun. Once I watched one, I texted him. I was like, holy crap, you're right. These videos are awesome. I didn't even tell him what it was. He goes, Marling Baits, told you, I told you. I'm like, all right, calm down. You still live under my roof. That's when I got fully addicted to Marling Baits videos. I don't know what it is about his videos. He's a goofball. His editing is really good. The way he edits his videos, I don't know how many content creators who watch his videos in that way, but when I started looking into how I could better edit my videos and whatnot, and I started watching Marling Baits videos, I started noticing all the stuff that he does, he's really good. If he does his own editing, he's really good. Yeah, I love his videos. I was in the top 4%. There were only 3% of people in the world who watched more marling baits than I did last year. YouTube like gave me a badge for it and everything. Not like in physical, like I can't hang it on my wall, although I would. But it's on my community page. I screenshot it and put it on my community tab. Yeah, is that open, the Baitmaker meetup? Is that invite only, or is that open to whoever? He does all his own editing. Wow, he's good. He's really good. I know he's been doing it a long time. It's funny, I went back, way back. Like I clicked his list and I said, I want to go back and watch all of his videos in chronological order. And I'll tell you, it was encouraging to me when I did, because this was later. And I was like, oh wow, he wasn't always that good. Like some of his earlier videos compared to now, I mean, they were still entertaining, but the stuff he puts out now is top notch. Top notch. He's really good. But hey, I'll rock it. I'll rock the plaque. Don't think I won't. I bet you did see the Beatles, Carl. Oh, gracious. Oh, that's right. I do remember there being a public day. Well, I'll definitely come for that if I can, if my schedule permits. I would definitely come for that. That would be awesome. All right, we're basically clean. Basically. All right, let's see. It's in October this year. All right. Oh, my wife's birthday's in October. Man, she's gonna be really mad at me when I'm. No, I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, that would suck. I wouldn't be able to go if it was over her birthday. I'll trade her. I'll say, you can have my birthday. I'll take yours this year. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for the live today. Everybody, thank you for hanging out. Thank you, Michael, and man, for it was Devin, for the gifts. That was very unexpected and very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Yeah, appreciate all the chats and feedback, and I know most of you watch my videos, and I appreciate all the comments and everything there as well. Again, if you're still here, keep an eye out for my next YouTube short. It's not. I mean, it's not even. I'm not even in it, but you couldn't have drop kicked the smile off of my face. It's what bait making's all about. Every single person out there who makes baits wants a video like this. Trust me. Just when you see it, you'll understand. Yeah. Right. October is awfully busy here. Harvest season. Yeah. October is busy. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Is this, before y'all go, is this live vertical for you guys or horizontal? I was trying to make it horizontal so that the screen was bigger for you. So if it's not horizontal, then I need to figure that out. Nice. Cool. All right. That's what I wanted. You as well, Michael. Thanks for joining. It's horizontal. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I was wanting. Awesome, guys. All right. I will, let me move this. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for hanging out.